Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this NAC game between Antikythera and TI Weiners. It is Michael Phoenix, and joining me today, a man by the name of GolgiApp has shown himself. GolgiApp, how you going?
I'm doing pretty good. Another day, another cast for Dota.
Always good to hear. Always good to hear. Now we're in Division NAC. I would argue the most exciting sort of division because you never know what the hell is going to be picked up
Oh yeah,
and what kind of playstyles we're going to see. So I do love it.
definitely agree. Yeah, look at you never want to see Anti-Mage first ban coming out in normal quote unquote Dota, I guess. And Spirit Breaker, like this another character that I feel like is like highly contested. I feel like in like Division C.
Well, this is the beauty, right? There's no
Oh yeah,
time wasted.
Venomancer. Look at that.
There's no time wasted. They don't believe in reserve time. They don't believe in They just pick what they want. They do it
Yeah,
fast, and then it's either going to be a complete stomp or everything's going to be absolutely nuts. This is
yeah.
what I
They
love.
know which heroes they want to play.
It's going to be fun
Oh,
to watch.
Mirana.
It's strange to see. It's strange to see us already having like both the first picks and first two bans this fast.
Yeah, like zero reserve time used, as you said. And then we get to see these characters we usually don't see in action in normal games, like Venomancer, Mirana. These kind of characters have been kind of out of the meta for a little while.
Yeah, yeah. It should be interesting.
What
And what's that?
have you read the patch notes today?
I have. I read them. Yeah, I read them a few hours ago. I was about to
Yeah.
say it's going to be slightly interesting to see if that's going to have any effect on what's going to happen this game.
Yeah, it wasn't a big patch, but definitely I think Crystal Maiden, one of the characters who hit the hardest within the patch. Her Frostbite at level 1 now costs 140 mana. It used to be 115, so that should cut down on a lot of our early game strength, especially the ability to be able to jungle very early on.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem for her. Like that's a massive nerf. She's already got mana problems as it is, and then
Hmm.
they really screwed up her early game.
Yeah, like getting that early levels in Arcane Aura is going to be a lot more important. I mean, which sucks because her early game nerfing has been early game jungling has been nerfed. So that means she probably need to buy like one more clarity or something so she can jungle fast, get level 2, and head to the lane and still have mana to help. Because now I don't think she can jungle and head back to the lane and have enough mana to frostbite the offlaner anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're not incorrect there. We'll see how they play it though. I mean,
Hmm. Still a good character, I think. Like just early game, a little bit of frostbite mana issues, but get like level 3, get 2 levels Arcane Aura, and provide the global presence, and just by that, she's still a valuable character.
100%. And I suppose when she's hit around, the level, when she's kind of maxed the frostbite, it's about the same. It's the same mana cost anyway, right? Like when it's maxed.
It's 5 more, so like basically the same, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's literally the first few levels
Hmm.
that it's going to affect. But see how it goes. The Mirana got a buff, on the other hand. Um,
And what did they change about her?
Well, now I can't even remember, funnily enough, but I believe it was I believe it was the base damage maybe that they improved like substantially. I think it was 6 base damage they increased it by or something.
Oh no, I just looked it up. It's similar. It's 3.3 agi gain to
Ah,
3.6 agi gain. So she's gonna scale a little bit better towards the late game, get more armor, attack speed, and damage.
yeah. Well, that's a pretty good buff, right? I mean,
Yeah, I
she becomes
mean, not
viable
gonna
for late.
complain.
Yeah. Well, we see a Rubik after the Tide Hunter, and I
Yeah,
mean,
good pick.
clearly
So
to
many good spells to steal.
yeah. Well, I mean that's correct. The Corrosive Haze, the Ravage, the even the Gale and the Poison Over from Venomancer. It's a great game for Rubik. Um,
Hmm.
Obviously, the Ravage probably the one you want most.
Of
Probably the
course.
hardest to get. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, NAC, anything can happen. Um,
Yeah, maybe they will channel that good old Yapsor Dota. He had some insane plays the other day. God damn. So disappointed he didn't get to the finals. I feel like I know I'm so happy that he's coming into like these tier one teams. Like I always thought that he was one of the best players that wasn't in tier A Dota when it comes to pro scene. And it's so happy that Puppy picked him up and giving him the stage that he needs to perform.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I couldn't agree with you more. It's always good to see new faces and things like that. I was gonna say, pretty disgusting to see a silencer being picked
Oh
up.
yeah. Yeah,
No,
Radiant just wants to win team fights. Venomancer, Tyranitar, Silencer all going for these gigantic ultimate fights, and Dire are going to really need to play around these ultimates. When they use the ultimates, they're probably going to lose the team fight, but they gotta make sure they respawn and push the pace right away. Because even if you lost the last team fight, you're going to be stronger when the Radiant's ultimates are going to be down.
yeah, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Like the silencer pickup though, that global silence, it really is gonna ruin everything in every
Hmm.
single team fight.
Hmm.
It's going to make it really hard for that Rubik to steal anything worth stealing as well, if they
Oh
time
yeah,
it
for
correctly.
sure.
Oh,
Yeah, Silencer pops global silence first Hunter jumps in, ulties right away. Venomancer blinks in and ulties right away. What do you do against that?
it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard
Yeah.
for Antikythera. We'll see what they pick up here to try and combat it, but I think they're pretty unhappy with the silencer pick. Probably
Yeah.
probably caught them a bit off guard.
Something that's good against a very heavy initiation type of teams is vision play. So it's something that can affect the vision because, like if you know the where TI winners are pushing themselves, it's very easy to position yourself defensively. So then Tidehunter that doesn't get really good initiation, maybe only catch one or two people with the Ravage instead of three or four. So, I like characters like Night Stalker, someone who can like kind of screw up those initiations. But Abaddon is another way to go around this, kind of a tanky hero that can kind of outlast the initial burst damage and just kind of fight through it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, last ban out coming out here from Antikythera, they ban out the Terrorblade. So it looks like they were a bit afraid that there was going to be some kind of fast pushing kind of lineup coming out, but they get rid of it.
Hmm. I mean, Terrorblade can be pretty scary, especially backed up by things like Silencer and Tidehunter. The character you require him to burst him down because if he doesn't, he's going to turn the fight with his Sunder. But if you back that up with Silencer and Tidehunter, it's basically impossible to be able to burst him fully.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this last pickup I feel is going to be extremely important for Antikythera. I mean, it looks like they. It could be a bottom safe lane, but it does appear they're missing a safe lane carry at this point.
Yeah,
2
yeah.
seconds, and yeah, they're going to
Oh,
use the
so
Marana.
yeah, Morella is going to safe lane carry. It's interesting. I mean, Morana with levels and farm does quite well, but usually you see her in the mid position because she is a lot more potent of a ganker rather than someone that can kind of make the fullest out of jungle. Of course, once she gets the Aghanim Scepter picked up, she's much stronger. But Invoker, someone with a global presence, they have Crystal Maiden and Rubik. They can set up really easy Sun Strikes anywhere on the map, as long as the supports are ganking with them. And Mirana should be able to land arrows easily too with those two routes coming into play.
Well, that's a good point. That yeah, so we'll probably see a safe try lane, and I mean, like you said, like the Sunstruck's just gonna come out, finish the job for them. It feels like almost like Ti Wieners. They're probably gonna have to try and hold it out till the mid game, like to the mid to
Oh
late
yeah.
game, because they don't really look like they get online. Like whereas the anti Kythera side, they seem like they get online pretty much immediately. Like level one, they're ready to go.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The laning definitely doesn't look too strong for TI Winner. Of course, they're focusing really hard on the mid-game team fights. So it's going to be about trying to get out of the laning phase as much as they can and try to group up before it takes too long so they can kind of recuperate those losses within the laning phase and proceed. And Juggernaut, a very safe laner. So I like this pickup. Someone that can also scale well into the late game. He fits into basically every comp, and we should be able to see him perform quite well here.
So, do you think this is going to be a mid silencer?
It looks like that way, doesn't it?
Mm,
They could take mid Juggernaut, Silencer safe lane.
mm.
Hunter's obviously going off lane, probably Silencer. Yeah, that's why it looks like either Silencer or Juggernaut they're going to be the mid safe laners.
We'll find out very soon. Before we get into the game, who do you think has the better draft?
I like TI Winners draft. I think their draft is a lot more easier to execute.
Mm.
As long as they play safe during the laning phase and play safe around their cooldowns and group up whenever they're strong, I think they should be able to take this game more easily than Antikythera. Of course, Antikythera, if they perform and kind of outplay TI Winners, they should be able to have definitely a good chance in winning this one too.
Yeah, that's exactly how I was thinking. Like it seems like the anti-Kythera side, theirs might be a bit too hard to execute safely, whereas the other side of things, they're very safe. They kind of know exactly what they're getting into, yeah, everything's easy to hit. Like there's not really a missing opportunity. So
Hmm.
what we'll do is we'll go through the players and the drafts. And there is a pause straight away, a crash apparently. Well, what we'll do is we'll go through. Oh, there's an unpause now.
Hmm. Are they okay with this? So they're okay with it.
Yeah, I believe they are. It's their side that unpause. So we'll go through the Radiant. We'll go through the draft. I'm gonna go through the Radiant. You go through the Dire, and we'll
Sounds
call
good.
out some player names. So we have Appleton. I'm gonna call him Apple because I have no idea what that
Hmm.
says on the Juggernaut. The Fairy. He's playing the Slardar. We have Light Orange playing the Venomancer. Silencer will be played by Booty Lizard. And finally, we have a Tide Hunter being played by Biorex. And the Dire, if you could please.
Over on the other side, we have Abaddon played by Wolfie Delta, Crystal Maiden being played by Deso, Demurana being played by Nemo, Rubik by Ooh Camouflage, and finally Invoker played by Prime Soul 94.
I'm very excited. I casted a lot of anti-Kythera last season. They're pretty exciting team. I like their drafts. In
Hmm.
fact, it looks like there might already be a bit of excitement here because Camouflage, he's being a bit risky. He's around the area.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like the Antikythera draft when it comes to being able to be mobile and defensive. They got, Invoker and Mirana, both these characters can kind of skirmish and pick off kills like safely
Mm.
without dedicating too much into the gank. So I think that's what they're trying to go with this draft. They're trying to just play it safe, and it's interesting. They're actually going for the Abaddon safe lane and Mirana off lane. Have not seen a position one Abaddon in a while, and this character can do a lot of work with items.
Yeah, I'm a bit shocked. Do you think this is going to be a good try? Like they're doing an aggressive try lane here with an Abaddon. Is that a good idea? Like I thought the Potter might have been a bit better.
Yeah, I think Potter might have definitely had more kill potential because Abaddon, as you said, doesn't really have a lot of damage. The Curse of Avernus is going to be able to help the supports chase people down, but there's really no point in chasing people down if you don't have the damage.
Well, Fairy on the Slardar, he looks like he might die if he's not careful. They frostbite him up, and yeah, he's gonna die the lift. Wolfie Delta gets the first blood, and I'm not sure what he was doing there, but that was a bit risky.
Yeah, maybe he just didn't. I guess he didn't expect so much damage coming out from those supports, and he felt like he was a little more tanky than he thought he was.
Yeah, well, I guess he learnt the hard way that he's not that tanky. He's actually Camouflage might be in trouble now. Booty Lizard, he does so much harass with those glaives of wisdom. They're just so much damage. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, and all the best part, you don't have to pull Creep Egger doing it too because it's an orb.
Yeah.
We actually see Desto using her Frostbite in this big Centaur camp there, and of course Centaur stacking with those two little Centaurs giving him the Cloak Aura makes it really hard to kill for the CM, and she is running out of mana already, but she does have Clarity to help herself.
Yeah, it is interesting for us because we get to see firsthand exactly how the nerf really affects the CM. Like you said, those that aura from the cloak aura from the centaurs being pretty painful for that CM. She'll
Yeah.
probably go back for it though. Yeah, she will now. But she can't even. She can literally only cast 2 frostbites, and then she's out of mana completely.
She uses it. I wonder if she gets it. Oh, she actually gets the last tick on it.
Yeah.
So she does secure that kill. But although like the experience is split like 4 ways, so she won't get what she's looking for. But she gets a nice chunk of change.
Oh, Wolfie Delta, he's being a bit cheeky here. He's got to be careful. Fairy gets lifted up. Actually, he might chuck a stun, and he does. So Baron gonna go down. No, he's not actually. Yes, he is. The Sunstrike will get the kill on the Slider, though. Now the spin coming out. Camouflage. Looks like he'll be okay. They can't really catch up. Whoa, that was a big attack range. Wow. Gets away.
Barely getting out there.
Yeah.
It has that wind lace just to get himself away. And the Sunstrike coming in just in time. The Abaddon was alive when the Slaughter died, so he does get the experience and the money for that. Unfortunately, the Slaughter not having a very good game. He didn't even get the XP, so he's stuck in very early level 2 here.
Now,
while everyone else is about to level 3.
Yeah, and we haven't really... Oh, actually, Fairy again. This man is so aggressive. We haven't talked about this. Light Orange on the Veno. He's mid against the Invoker.
Yeah, so we were wrong. It's going to be Silencer, support with Slardar and Venomancer with the core position. I mean, this doesn't make sense because Venomancer is kind of a iffy hero without farm. I mean, without farm, he becomes more of an anti-push, kind of ward up type of a hero. But give him some farm, and he has a lot of kill potential with the Poison Nova.
Well, he's already annoying. So he's already annoying Soul 94 quite a bit. Like, it doesn't look like the Invoker is gonna have the best time in this lane. It's like it's just that tick damage can be really frustrating. When you're something like an Invoker.
Yeah, it's also incredibly good at preventing blinks. Not that a lot of characters over on the Antikythera team wants blinks, but we usually see Venomancer picked up against teams like Tide team because you get hit by one time with the Plague Ward and then you just can't blink for the next 10 seconds because the poison ticks so slowly.
Yeah. Well, Wolfie again being Abaddon, he's trying to steal some last hits.
Yeah. There's going to be a smoke gank down into middle. This might be hard with all the Plague Wards up. Actually, there's only 2 left. A lot of them has timed out.
Yeah, well, Camouflage. He's going in first. He's got the lift. He'll throw him back. Now Deso. He's got the Frostbite. The Sunstrike comes out. And the Meteor. My goodness.
Oh my god.
Well.
Oh my god. I would really like to commend Camouflage for that play. He walked right in between the Sunstrike and the Veno and the Creep Wave. So the Sunstrike damage won't be split between the Creep Wave and the Veno. So just a nice little optimization play there coming up from Camouflage.
I have to admit, I didn't even notice. So I'm thankful you pointed that out. But my goodness, good rotations here from the Antikythera side.
Yeah, smoking. I mean, I feel like it's one of those things I don't see people at lower MMRs do enough, and these players proving me wrong are willing to go for these ganks.
Well, Wolfie Delta bot lane. Fairy chasing him up. Got the stun. Does connect. I don't know if he can really finish him off. He is blocking though. But it looks like Wolfie will be able to back off in time. And Slaughter will cop a bit of harass from the tower. But, he'll be happy with the Abaddon being that low. And probably force him to use the Shrine at this point.
Yeah, there it goes. Deso laying down a ward.
Yeah. Well, just having a look here. Invoker winning that mid lane. Light Orange. He's doing pretty well. He's keeping up into the sense. Like 24 to 27. Not the worst.
Just even-ish. Yeah. Over on the off lane, it's a kind of similar situation. We got the solo, I suppose safe lane for Mirana. It's kind of keeping up with the Tidehunter, 26 to 28. They're pretty even on levels. Tidehunter has that Ravage up. He's going for a Medallion of Courage first item. Usually you see Tidehunters go for either Mechanism or the Blink Dagger, or Mechanism into Blink Dagger rather. But this is an interesting build. I wonder why he's deciding to go for the Medallion first. Maybe trying to go for maybe early Roshan plays.
Yeah, it is rather strange. I mean, I haven't seen it before either. Actually, bot lane, we should keep an eye on that Frostbite spin. And Juggernaut in a bit of trouble. Wolfie Delta going to lose his life, I think. And he does lose it. Booty Lizard, he gets a bit more in. Stolen. And Juggernaut will walk away with his life. In fact, no, never mind. I thought top lane. No, top lane, there is going to be something. Camouflage is there. He's in the back. He's got the lift, but I don't know if he can do enough to this Tidehunter. He's pretty tanky. Nemo, he's got the arrow ready. And he does throw it, but the lift screws it. And the Sunstrike. Oh, my goodness. Camouflage. he's going to be really regretting what's happened there. He's got the Fade Bolt, though. It won't do enough. My.
Oof. Yeah, a little bit miscommunication there.
I mean, look, these things
Camouflage has
happen.
been playing well so far, yeah, but that was just miscommunication. The arrow I feel like came out too late. She should have waited for the lift to happen before the arrow came out, and yeah, the sunstrike, that was just miscommunication.
Yeah, well, these things happen, although it is a big deal in the sense that, they've missed out on a big kill in the offlane Tidehunter.
Yeah.
Biorex, though, he does have the Ravage, so I feel like if he was, in really bad shape, he could have
Fairy
just used
taking
it.
so much damage, mid.
Yeah, Fairy
Top,
about to die. And he
that
used a
salve just
salve.
line up.
Yeah. Wow. This
Man,
is...
that hurts. It's self costing 110 gold, so that's like losing because he lost 78 gold there, but you gotta add 110 on top of that because he used the salve.
it was-
180 gold lost.
it was pretty well played. I mean, he got the salve out of him and the kill. So Nemo, I mean, this Potom could actually legitimately be a really good late game hero now.
I agree. But that agi gain does definitely add up to being quite a bit late game, and she was always a decent late game character. The only thing they've been nerfing her was kind of her mid game spike because the Egg Sector was way too strong for a little while.
Yeah,
Moonlight Shadow comes out just to protect Invoker.
yeah.
He's gonna be just fine.
Well, Fairy, I mean, he's trying to play that position for roaming Slaughter, but I don't really feel like it's working too well at this point. Actually, bot lane, you're going to see Deso. He's going in for a Frostbite attempt. He's going to find Booty Lizard. It depends who he wants to go on, though. He goes for the Juggernaut, not the best one because he can spin. So Wolfie's going to keep chasing. Actually, they lift up the Silencer. And Silencer, he jumps right into the Sunstrike. Now Wolfie Delta about to lose his life. Fairy, he's going to keep chasing here. Wolfie, he will be able to back off. Luckily for him, he wasn't level 6 yet. So he really needed to get out of there. And a pause from Soul 94. Apparently some lag going on.
Oh. This is kind of
They've got to
let's say
work
they're a
on...
little bit unfamiliar with the pause system.
Yeah, they've got to probably keep in mind. I'll probably warn them next time to actually, say go.
Yeah. Yeah, he said G after unpausing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta do that the other way around. You gotta say G and you gotta let the other team unpause for you. But
Well,
that's fine. It wasn't a critical situation there. Everyone was just last hitting laning. So
yeah.
another smoke gang coming out towards mid.
Yeah, it looks like Light Orange might lose his life again. I can't imagine he gets out of this one. The Frostbite again, the Sunstrike, the Lift, and the Meteor just for fun. Fairy, he's going to come in. Now, there is a Poison over on Camouflage, so he's copping a bit of damage here, but there's no stun that comes out. And who the hell just died? Biorex gets a kill on Nemo. Almost drops
solo
himself.
kill. That was the Ravage used, and completely worth it. This early on in the game, Ravage for a solo kill is going to be fine, because they're not going to be team fighting for a while.
Yeah, well, he almost lost his own life, but apparently calculated it quite well. And look at bot lane. Wolfie Delta has to commit the ulti. Apple, gonna keep chasing. Silencer dealing a lot of damage, so he's really got to back off, and he does, but I think he's got to be careful not to underestimate how much damage that Silencer can deal to him.
Oh yeah, definitely. He has 4 intelligence stolen already, and hitting decently hard, and got that boot to be able to chase anyone down.
I mean, it's pure damage that comes out of those glaives as well. Like, it's just kind of ridiculous, the damage that gets dealt. It adds up quite fast.
Yeah, especially just being on auto attacks on a character that auto attacks quite well with decent range. Abaddon has to watch out here because he might get dove.
Yeah, Fairy's making...
They know he has no ulti.
Yeah, oh, there's the Frostbite, though.
Oh.
And now they might dive him. Camouflage, he's trying to get in range. The Fade Bolt comes out. And he'll salve up straight away and get the hell out of there. I was about to ask who has the better late game, but it's probably not the best time considering they're pushing right now. Deso getting into position. Fairy, he's in the front lines.
Yeah.
And
Light Orange setting up that wall of plaque wards, making it so hard for it to engage. Is there a sentry on the Radiant team? No, the Weiners don't have the sentry right now, so they won't have to back up just to be safe.
Yeah.
Unless Shadow wears off.
Still, and there was no TP rotations either from the side of Antikythera. Like, I think they knew that once that Potom ulti was used, that was it. Like, they were going to back off anyway.
Yeah, maybe they did the early scouting, realized that no one has sentries, and Moonlight Shadow was just gonna be intimidating enough for him to back off.
Yeah. And Nemo, top lane, he's just been dealing a lot of damage to that tier 1 tower.
Yeah,
Almost going down. He forces the jug rotation top.
he's got watch out. There's a Omni Slash. Oh, he's running away from his. Oh my God! Leaps away during the cast animation of Omni Slash. It was quite close.
It's a bit of fun.
Interesting. To note, Mirella isn't going for an Egg Inceptor first. She's decided to go for this Manta build. Usually we see against after first on Mirror, kind of like it's like same idea as getting like a Radiance on Alchemist or Naga. You get it because it just helps you farm so much more quicker into the late game and gives you that mid game spike. But deciding that she needs to output a lot more physical damage because their team is so magical heavy.
Yeah. No, I agree that we're probably going to see some really strange things. Um, it's just like it's just hard to like kind of know what's going to go on though, because with these changes to Mirana, it kind of makes sense that you go for like a physical right click build rather than, you know, the Aghanim Scepter. Actually, Fairy mid lane looked like he was going to make an attempt here. There was a rotation forced out from Deso, because he also thought that they were going to go on Invoker, but no, he will let him go for the time being. But yeah, as I was saying, it just feels like you could very potentially now just go for a right click build on Potom instead of the Ags.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like the Agi gain definitely helps with the ability to do that because before we usually saw the common build being the Egg and Scepter into E-Blade, Dagon type of deal. You know, of course, people could sometimes transition into Egg and Scepter into like Manta Diffusal type of build, but you know, going straight into this Manta build just kind of reminds me of kind of classical Mirana play before the Egg and Scepter was a thing. A Invis rune get picked up by Fairy, but Nemo's gonna scout that out.
Well, he's gonna stick around here. Soul 94 though, he's a pretty smart player. He's very well aware of what he's doing. So I don't think they're going to be able to get the jump. Fairy, he goes in, just the corrosive haze. Now he's going in for the stun. The Gale's there as well. Frostbite, Sunstrike. He's actually going to kill the Slider off beforehand. Now the Ravage comes out. Nemo, he's there as well. Rex, he's all by himself, and I think he's screwed here. The Frostbite comes out. He's pretty tanky though. He's not the easiest guy to kill, and it'll take a while. They'll get a few raindrop charges out of him, and he should go down. Hopefully Wolfie doesn't lose his life there, and he won't. Poison Nova though, light orange, he returns back into the fight now. The wards have been stolen by the Rubik. Potom trying to get a shrine there, and she does find it. The Omni Slash committed onto the Rubik. They will get the kill on him. Nemo, he's healed up for the time being. Will they ever go again? Oh, he does connect the arrow and the Starfall. He still has the ultimate. The Moonlight Shadow is available. Now he's out of mana. Now he has it back again. Wolfie Delta, he'll have the ultimate in 5 seconds if he wants to stick around here. I don't think he does though. They'll let it go, but I mean, who even won that team fight? Was it? It looked like it was Antikythera.
Yeah, that was pretty even. They got the kill on the Invoker first. And then they fought into a shrine, which saved Mirana's life. But yeah, that went up for so long that I'm not sure who won what.
It did, yeah, it appeared to be Antikythera. Actually, Fairy being very aggressive again gets frostbitten. The arrow connects. Oh my. Another
These arrows from Nemo has been on point.
Yeah, I just don't know. Fairy's positioning always very aggressive, and look at the damage being dealt by Prime Soul 94.
I mean, it's Alacrity. What a good spell. That spell did get nerfed this patch. I think it just got the cooldown nerf a little bit, but definitely doesn't affect the strength of the spell when it's used.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to welcome Economist into the Twitch chat, who's requested we save him from general chat in Discord, which we shall. So, welcome. Right now, I've got to say, right now, it looks like Antikythera against all odds, and in fact, he gets an arrow on the Slider, but not going to keep going. He's just literally, he's right-clicking Apple, and Apple can't actually handle it. It's just lucky a few of those attacks missed, but against all odds and beliefs, it actually looks like Antikythera has the better lineup here.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of predicted that Antikythera was going to have a stronger laning phase. On top lane, there's going to be a dive onto that poor CM. Nothing she can do.
Ooh, that was.
Invoker, you're fighting into wards here, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, there's help coming in, and it will be the Abaddon. Ghost Walk is used, but the Poison Nova's there. I don't know if he can keep Soul 94 alive here. Rex, he's still there. He's got the Ravage. He can commit it if he really wants to confirm the kill. Soul 94 is still very low, but he shouldn't tick out here. So he'll manage to get out Wolfie Delta. He sacrificed himself pretty much for this. Meanwhile, Jug gets a kill on Camouflage. So that's two dead for the dire side, and I mean, they saved the Invoker, so they've got to be
yeah.
happy with that, but still, you know.
Yeah. Just a little bit aggressive move there by the Invoker, and thankfully Abaddon was there. Abaddon used the Aphotic Shield to be able to cleanse him off of all those poisons that were on him. Otherwise, it was definitely a goner.
But of course, we cursed Antikythera. Suddenly they lose all these, they have all these deaths occurring. Um, yeah, I mean, things are looking relatively even, I suppose. The net worth graph, I mean, there's only a
Yeah,
plus 500 net
500.
worth. Yeah, it's absolutely nothing. It's very even in terms of the game so far. My question to you is, Nemo on this bottom, do you believe he could go up against the Juggernaut late game?
I have not seen a full carry Mirana in a while, so I have no idea. I mean, it's hard to fight someone like Juggernaut. I mean, it depends on how well he plays around his team, right? I mean, late game Mirana's effectiveness really does come down to how well she lands those arrows, because a good arrow onto any character means death.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's pretty much it. And we don't know if Pottom's gonna, eventually rotate into the Ags. I mean, at this point, I don't even know if she'll bother, because it feels
Yeah, I
like
don't
it's,
think so.
yeah,
Aghanim's really has a power spike around, I think, 20 minutes and like to 35 minutes after it kind of like peters off. And it doesn't make sense for her to finish the Manta style and then start building on Aghanim. That she'll finish it like around like 26, 28 minutes. And at that point, it's kind of a waste of money.
yeah. Well, I agree. I think just avoid it. Get some DPS items. You've already gone for the Manta. Why not? She's
Yeah.
playing with fire, but she gets out of there, and they're being a bit safer at this point. Camouflage, he's got a smoke on him, so it looks like he'll be organizing some kind of gank attempt very soon. This Invoker Prime Soul 94, he's about 700 gold away from finishing his Ags, so I think
hmm
they're probably gonna want to wait until he's got that before they commit to another team fight.
Meanwhile, we see Wolfie actually has finished up the Hand of Midas. I think he got finished out a couple minutes ago. So two Hand of Midas is over on to the Antikythera team. They're trying to go for a late game value build here. Abaddon is going for the kind of 7.05C, I think. Abaddon Magic build, if you remember that build, where they go Radiance into Octarine Core.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, I don't know if that's still valid. Do you think
Yeah,
it
it's
actually
it's
works?
it's it's a little nerfed, but I mean, if you can get it fast enough, like it's okay. It's okay. I mean, the idea, the strength is there. Oh, the arrow coming
Oh,
out.
the arrow onto the Juggernaut, and now they're gonna jump in and they blow him up, but the Ravage is there. It's just too late. They can't actually kill anyone off. Now, the Rubik tried to steal it, but he got Anchor Smashed. Poison Nova comes out. Still Rex, copping a lot of damage here. Light Orange has to be careful himself, but he could kill everyone
Another
himself.
arrow.
Yeah, they'll get him. They'll get the kill on him. Rex, he'll and end up getting out, but oh my goodness, a disconnection.
Well, hopefully that's not why he got hit by the arrow.
Yeah, well, I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure he was last hitting at the time. Um,
Yeah,
but still, another good fight for Antikythera.
yeah. I mean, as we just pointed out like a few minutes ago, any good arrow means Mirella beats the Juggernaut, and we see exactly there. I thought, that might be committing a little too much going into that Poison Nova so aggressively, but, thankfully, the Abaddon is there with the Aphotic Shield to be able to cleanse those poisons off. He already cleansed off of Mirella, he just cleansed off himself to survive. I think the support should be fine. Um, the Poison Nova is almost over.
Yeah, well, that's something we didn't really talk about too much, but the Abaddon pickup is just really good against the Veno for those like the purging reasons with the shield.
Hmm. Yeah, and we see them also playing very well around that Moonlight Shadow. They pop Moonlight Shadow, they go in there and quickly assassinate Juggernaut and get out like pretty safely before all detection is dropped. That's why the Ravage was so ineffective. They used Ravage, but half of the stun duration was kind of hidden away under the Moonlight Shadow.
Yeah, I believe if I remember correctly, I believe that Leap's attack speed bonus also got buffed in a previous patch.
Um, I think it was the talent tree buff because at level 25 she gets 100 leap attack
Ah,
speed
that's
to
yeah.
like
You're right. You're right.
all of her teammates. That's insane, right? 164 attack speed to all five of her teammates around her.
See,
Absolutely huge.
to me with these recent changes, being the fact that it's clear to me that Nemo is trying to go for a right click kind of build.
Hmm.
It almost feels like once you've hit that level 25 mark, I mean, that's plus 100 leap attack speed. It looks pretty tempting rather than the multi shot arrows.
Oh, in my opinion, my personal opinion, I think leap attack speed is almost always better. I mean, their multi-shot Sacred Arrow it's good, but I feel like it can be a little unreliable. But there's nothing unreliable about leap attack speed. That is just value, just
Yeah.
straight value. So I think she's probably going to take that, especially if you have a build like this. No increase in magic damage type of deal. So it's going to take the leap, and she's going for a diffusal next. So this is a classic Mirana build. This is what I used to build when I started the game. With Mirana, Manta style into diffusal. If you have a hard time landing arrows, you like leap into the enemy, diffusal them, walk back, and arrow the guy. It's a little janky, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Were you playing in the days? I mean, this is back in the day, but you had back in the day Manta style. Like Manta style used to be built with a diffusal blade.
No, I did not know that. That's crazy.
That was back
Oh,
in
so
the
wait.
yeah.
So Manta style had built-in mana drain?
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. It was great.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah. It was good, yeah, because you got a diffusal blade, you used all the charges, and there was no such thing as a level 2 diffusal. You just put it into a Manta style.
Right.
Yeah.
And did it have purges anymore once you turn into a Manta, or did it just turn into the illusion creating thing?
Yeah, nah, that was the problem. It would just turn into the illusion creating item,
Right.
and then it would kind of be like, well, it's not as good in a sense if you needed it for the purge.
Right. So
Yeah.
I guess then you can build Manta, and then you can build. No, then you don't want to build a second Diffusal because then the mana drain doesn't stack.
Yeah, well, that's correct.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's awkward. That's really awkward for like character like Rookie who really wants that Diffusal purge.
Yeah,
Although Manta is nice.
I mean, it was a long time ago, mind you. Like that was,
Hmm.
but I don't know. I still remember it. Like it's quite fond memories.
Yeah, I mean, so many characters still build that Manta and the Diffusal build. Juggernaut does all the time. In the current game, this Juggernaut might go for he's building up the Manta style right now. Void is another character who loves that Manta Diffusal build.
Yeah,
Just bunch of these edgy heroes that attacks fast.
I'm a bit shocked. I mean, I'm looking through uh, the skills that are currently on cooldown right now. In that fight, there was no global silence used.
Yeah, quite surprising. The global silence should probably have been used as soon as they saw the Juggernaut get arrowed because they scouted the Moonlight Shadow and they knew Antikythera wanted to engage. And as soon as Juggernaut got nailed by the arrow, if we saw the global silence, I'm sure they could have saved him.
Yeah, very strange indeed. Yeah, maybe just a bit of mistake, maybe a bit of
Yeah, yeah.
miscommunication, but yeah,
I mean,
it's.
this is still. I mean, is this still week one for these guys, or this is their second game?
I'm fairly sure this is their first game.
All right, yeah. All new teams have little kinks to work out, and I always feel like my first games with my team never go well, and we kind of get it together on like the third, fourth game of the season.
He was struck by
Is
lightning.
it, I mean, I think that I wonder if they're being sarcastic or they're being like real right now. Maybe there's like a lightning storm and he's rather got fried by lightning or something.
Oh, it happens. It probably the power in the house went out temporarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, which ruins everything because then your computer has to restart, your modem has to restart. It really
What's
sucks.
the Echo League rule for pauses?
Oh, look, there is a pause time of I believe it's 10 minutes per team,
Right.
um, which it's hard. It's hard because you don't want to enforce it if he actually has,
Yeah, no, for sure.
And the other, it's usually like if the other team doesn't really care, then well, maybe we'll just ask how much time they estimate. Because yeah.
So what server do you usually play on in Australia?
Unfortunately, because I'm in Australia, I'm stuck to the Australian one, which it's a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, I heard they have few troubles there when it comes to connectivity issues. How is the population? Do a lot of people play Dota down there?
I'm sorry. A lot of people play.
Do
Yeah,
is yeah.
yeah, like nowhere near the same amounts as like Europe and NA and things like that. Um, but like yeah, we like there's no like we don't wait long for queue times. Like I'll wait like two
Yeah,
three
that's
minutes.
good.
Yeah. It's a bit annoying though because like sometimes you just want to play with other people around the world and
Hmm.
like I just can't. Like the ping is just too high.
Yeah, like how what ping do you get on like US East?
Oh, it'd be like 300.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
Yeah,
No way.
it's pretty ugly
Have you
ping.
tried playing on like Chinese servers or something like that? Is that better? I'm assuming it's slightly better.
Yeah, if I go to Southeast Asia, it's like 150. Um,
Right. Oh, that's still kind of iffy.
yeah, but see, that's the
150
thing.
is
On Australian servers, I'll get like 10 ping, which is great.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I find that it gets a little bit hard to play once I feel like it hits like 80, then I start noticing. And like 120 plus is gets kind of like tough for me.
yeah,
It depends on the hero, of course. If I'm playing, I don't know, like Crystal Maiden, I don't really care about ping too much.
yeah. Well, I can't. Yeah, it's hard. Ping issues are disgusting. If you get ping, it ruins the whole game. Um, I'd like to welcome It's Pat, and thank you for rehosting the stream. Um, apparently, I don't know if you read the chat, but apparently, he's getting his laptop because his computer literally deleted Dota.
Oh no, really?
Yeah,
Oh, so his computer deleted Dota. Oh my God, I read that he was getting on his laptop, but I missed that part. What?
yeah,
Like I guess like the files got corrupted or something? What? That's crazy.
yeah. It's
Oh my
really
God,
upset.
hopefully they'll have to update like Dota. I mean, I hope he played Dota recently on his laptop because Dota's file is quite large. You can download it.
Well, that's what I'm hoping too, because otherwise we're not going to be able to wait, that long.
Hmm.
Because they get 10 minutes each side, so then Antikythera is allowed to donate their own pause time if they wish as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if they want to be like, if they want to be nice about it, they
Sportsmanship, yeah.
yeah, which is absolutely fine. I've seen many teams do it.
Hmm.
But then like it's unfair to everyone because obviously we can't sit here for the next hour as well. Uh, you know,
Yeah.
yeah. So it depends. We'll give it a bit of time. I'm pretty lenient, but I'm not on
Yeah,
admin,
me too.
so yeah.
Yeah, it's not like I have anything to do today, so
Well, I mean, I finished
I'm just
work two
chilling.
hours ago, so I'd really like to sleep today sometime. But
What time is it over there?
it's currently 10:45 a.m.
Oh wow, you did like a late shift then.
Yeah, I did a night shift. Yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty disgusting. Um, by the way, where are you? What country are you from?
I'm in Canada.
Ah,
I'm originally from Korea, and that's my accent,
wait,
but
hold
I
on.
live in
You're
Canada.
Korean.
Yes, I'm Korean.
You know what's really strange is when I
What?
first heard your voice and your accent, I thought you were some kind of European.
European? Oh, I get weird I think I have a weird accent in general, just like the way of talking. Um I get weird guesses for my accent. I think I heard Norwegian a couple of times.
Yeah.
I heard someone think I'm Mexican once. Yeah, I know it's weird. I have a weird accent.
It legitimately sounds European. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, I hear that a lot.
maybe that's the Korean mixed with the Canadian.
Yeah, no, it definitely makes sense. That got that multinationality in there. Not quite one thing, not quite the other. Because I moved when I was like in grade three. So like it's early enough to still have developed an accent, but late enough to kind of hold it through at the same time. So it became like little amalgamation. Because when I speak in Korean, I speak with a Canadian accent, which is really awkward because I speak in English and with an accent and Korean with an accent. So, you know, I feel like I'm like a stranger in both worlds.
That's kind of crazy. Like to speak in Korean, but you've got a Canadian accent. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I I'm wondering how much longer these. I don't. I don't know how much longer these guys are gonna take.
Have we taken any kind of like time?
I know. I know that like the. I've been keeping track of the pause time.
Right.
They're just about over with the pause time. Um, we're probably gonna have to request, like like give them a time limit from this point. Hmm.
Yeah, it's hard. It's rough being the bad guy when you gotta be enforcing rules.
I'm just an innocent caster, you know. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm not here to enforce rules, but
I used to admin some Hearthstone tournaments and kind of like disqualifying people for being late or not providing right information and stuff like that. Always felt bad because people like complain and you feel like the bad guy, but but someone's gotta do it.
yeah. Well, I guess we'll continue waiting, but yeah. Obviously, we do hope he's safe. We we don't want him to have any.
Yeah. It's like,
This.
screw evacuation. I'm just gonna stay and carry my team. Figurative, literal hurricane. Okay.
What does that even mean?
Oh, there he
Oh
is. Thank goodness.
my goodness! All right, so they weren't lying. Divine intervention.
All right.
Okay, so
We're starting it up.
we managed to small talk our way to this point, which is good. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what point we were at, but I believe Antikythera just won a team fight. Um,
Yeah, we can still fight recap right now. That was about a 2K gold swing for him and 3K XP exchange.
well, I'm looking at Nemo on the bottom. She's got the Manta, but strangely enough, she is going for the Ags afterwards, which is very
Oh, she
strange.
is.
Yeah,
Oh, she had the diffusal before, but looks like she's trying to go for the eggs. I mean, it is still a very powerful item, but I would have preferred to get eggs before the meta because that's because it helps you farm towards the next item so quickly.
yeah. Yeah, I know what it is. Like, it is a great farming item. It still does a lot of damage, but I mean, I don't know. You commit to the Manta and then you go Aghanims is very strange.
Yeah, yeah, it's yeah, the timing just seems to be a little bit weird. But
Yeah.
We'll see if it works out. I mean, it's still a very strong item, and it does help her tank up quite a bit, because it does present her with quite a bit of health.
Yeah, well, we'll see what she does with it. At this point, they're in the lead, so I suppose it could only help, but I don't know. I think with the fact that there's a global silence and you've got the Juggernaut spin as well, like, you know, there's a certain level of non-effectiveness here.
Oh, Invoker is actually getting caught by Invisible
Oh,
Slardar.
yeah, Fairy gets a stun off now. The arrow comes in, and the Forge
Oh.
Spirits, and the Lift, and the Global Silence, the Omni Slash. Can they get the kill? Yes, they can on 94. So they'll get that at the very least, but Apple got to be careful not to cop too much damage. The Forge Spirits still going at this point. The Healing Ward's there now, but it's down, and he walks away. He's got 300 HP. The arrow does miss. Earn used from the Tidehunter. And it looks like they want to keep going. They've actually used the Mirana Ultimate. They're going to find Apple here. This is actually pretty darn good if they can pick up the kill. And Camouflage? Is he going to lift? He's not lifting quite
Ravage
yet.
is up now.
Yeah, well, they're going for the tier 1. It looks like they're a bit split up here. Deso, he's waited around way too long. He's got the Glimmer Cape. He's trying to juke it out. Wolfie's there to help him out as well. Fairy will get the stun. Stolen is the Guardian Sprint by the looks of it. There's the Frostbite Lift. Ravage onto 3 as well. Camouflage. Looks like he might lose his life. The Poison Nova is looking really bad, but Apple actually loses his life. Rubik will go down at the end of the day. Wolfie Delta copying a lot of damage himself. And actually Nemo about to die, but it looks like he'll make it out. So, yeah, he'll use the Shrine, so he'll be fine. Now Cyclone from the Invoker. And it looks like Light Orange is the one in trouble now. The Forge Spirit's doing a lot of damage. Can he get some kind of Sunstrike off the Chaos Meteor on the Tidehunter? Rex looks like he's going to lose his life now. Is there a Sunstrike for the Veno? I don't see it. No, he has used it. Now he's got the Vision as well. And he has got... Oh, the haste. That really saved him. My goodness.
Alright, so that was a pretty bad fight for the Weiners. They used basically almost all their ultimates there. I mean, not together, but Antikythera playing around it quite expertly.
Yeah. Well, it looked a bit weird at the start. Like it doesn't look like they were agreeing on what to do, but at the end of the day, they just get it done. They just get it right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to this Apple on the Juggernaut being a little bit underfarmed there. Finally completing up his Manta style that's in his stash. If he's going to be able to kind of like halfway catch up to Mirana. Mirana is so much ahead of him that we saw him getting torn apart, but Mirana just right-clicking him.
Yeah, and that's one of those things. Like this Juggernaut just feels like he's just copping so much damage every time he walks in. Like it's just ridiculous how much he's copping.
Yeah, also another weird build. So after Tidehunter's medallion, he went for Echo Saber. So he's going to be right-clicking decently hard here. Echo Saber also another item that was buffed this patch. The slow duration now 0.7, up from 0.6. So that's actually a decent amount of slow.
Well, you are right in saying it's a very strange build. I mean, I've never seen that before.
Me neither.
But this is...
He took the 50 damage talent at level 10. So, I mean, he's working towards it. No, I like it. I mean, I can see what he's going for.
It's this is classic Division C. Classic.
Yeah, carry Tidehunter.
I love it.
Next get like a Desolator or something. Nah, he's going for Guardian Greaves next. I like this item. But he's not going to have a Blink Dagger for so long.
Well, to be absolutely fair, considering their Juggernaut is, currently going through a hurricane, they've got to be ready in case...
Lane.
Yeah. Well, Invoker, he's coming in. There's the Cyclone.
Ooh,
it will hit 3. And can they follow it up? The Global Silence was there, but Silencer is going to lose his life. Big stun from Fairy. The Omni Slash didn't really do anything. Rex, he's in there as well. He's got the Ravage. He's going to kill off Nemo on his own. And there's actually not too much else going on. It looks like Fairy chasing Deso. Might get the kill there. No, Deso's still making a run for it. Meanwhile, Rubik lifts up the Juggernaut. The Sunstrike gonna miss. Deso's still juking around this Slardar, trying to get away from it. The Chaos Meteor will miss. Fairy, EMP incoming. He's got to back off the Ravage though. They're gonna get this Prime Soul 94, I think. The Urn, no, they won't get the last kill. But my goodness, they're all dead indeed. 4 dead on the dire end.
Yeah. Man, we were just talking about how Antikythera was playing around those updates, ultimates so well. Dota Winners showing us that they still have some fight left in them.
Yeah,
That's
that's
gonna probably swing the net worth quite a bit. That was a 2.2k gold swing.
that's what we call the old caster's curse. It's literally
We just gotta cheer
every
for a team and constantly switching between them, so we can have an interesting game.
well, it does swing a bit. I mean, it's still in the
Hmm.
way of. Well, I mean, it's in the way of the rating, is it not? No, it's in the way of the die. My apologies, the net worth. Still in the
Yeah,
way of the die, but still big gold swings coming out for the radiant.
yeah.
Nemo getting relatively close to that Ags as well now.
Yeah, just a 1k lead, so it's definitely a pretty even game still. Murana, I actually understand why they went for the Manta style first now, looking at these fights. Solo
Yeah.
kill taken by the Invoker. But Mirana's Manta style have helped her purge off that global silence whenever it's used.
Yeah.
So I suppose that's what she was thinking about when she picked up the Manta style first. Like, she could go for the Egg Interceptor first, but then she'll get ganked a lot by the silencer. So Manta style just keep her safe.
Well, that's actually a very good point. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, obviously the match style gets rid of the silence, and that would really help out. And with I guess that's it. She'll wait for the global silence, use the manta, then jump in and double star for incoming. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, look, things are looking really good for Antikythera. It looks like they've got their coordination down pat so far, anyway. Um, yeah, we'll just see what they can pull out of the bag here. From the Radiant end, it really looks like, I mean, Apple, he's going to sit around and he's just going to farm for a while. He's really
Yeah.
struggling at the moment on this Juggernaut.
We're talking about Wolfie's classic kind of like last patch Abaddon build. Looks like he did decide to change his mind. No for the pipe first, which is an excellent item against this team. Definitely need a pipe against a Venomancer, and then going for a Blade Mail next.
Oh,
So this is
camouflage.
type of like tank. Oh,
Yeah, they're going to find him. The Moonlight Shadow was used, though, and they're going to have to actually let him go. So he'll be able to walk this one off.
yeah, Fairy making sure he doesn't get too greedy this time. He could have chased because he did have the amplified damage on the Rubik, but he didn't want to chase so far without vision into the enemy team and mistakenly force another death.
Well, Apple might go down the Cyclone Mist from the Invoker. He still has the Sunstrike. There's the TP, though. The Juggernaut did cop a double Starfall and lost, over half his life. So, bit of a,
Oh yeah, the Egg Interceptor finally online.
yeah, so they've got to be really careful now. Because that double Starfall is going to deal a lot. In fact, he's
Yeah.
going for a Diffusal Blade next, so... Things are only going to get worse for the Radiant, it appears.
Yeah, they still gotta make sure they gotta team up. I mean, this is a time to team up. They are a 5-man, all have their ultimates, and they know they can take team fights when they have Global Silence, Ravage, and Poison Nova on. So I would like to see them probably buy a smoke, try to go deep into the enemy jungle, ward it up a little bit, and maybe find a pickoff or two and push the tower.
Yeah. Well, Soul 94, he's just farming bodies. Actually got a boot of travel now. So he'll be able to be, around the map whenever he wants. Farming very well, in fact, on that Invoker. Top of the net worth but graph at the moment. Got himself a 4-staff as well. So plenty of mobility coming out from this Invoker. Meanwhile, Fairy. Fairy's very poor. This poor Slardar hasn't got that blink dagger yet. 31 minutes in. Not even close, in fact.
Yeah, at least he has decent bit of levels. He did hit the level 12, which is quite important for a Slardar being able to pick the Course of Haze. Another thing this team can do, actually, is because they have a Medallion and Slardar on the team, they can easily take Roshan quite quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at light orange on the Veno. Like, is it really worth that kind of farm on the Veno in comparison to just having a blink on Slardar?
Sorry, what's the question?
Like, like they've basically like given Veno like the space to farm quite a lot. But it feels
Yeah.
like it would be better on Fairy to just get a blink dagger on the Slardar.
Yeah, maybe shares some farm with Fairy, give him some jungle camps to farm, and it's kind of interesting. So they took Venomancer and they went for the right click build, which is kind of interesting because I when I prefer see Venomancer to get farm, I like going for the kind of Veil Egg Interceptor build because if you get a good timing on Veil Egg Interceptor on Venomancer, it destroys the entire enemy team,
Yeah.
like no question.
Yeah,
But
we
they're a better candidate for going for right click builds than Venomancer. Like Sniper, for instance.
yeah, there's no necessity to pick up something like a Veno and try to be a right clicker, but I mean they've gone for it. I'm not confident in it personally. I think it's the wrong. I think I would agree with your initial, go for the Veil kind of thing. Actually, there's an arrow onto the Slider and the double Starfall, and they will kill him off immediately. Wolfie Delta, he'll run in. The silence comes out, but it's not the best silence in the world. He's actually used it way too early. Now the Invoker, he has a Tornado. He'll use it. He'll get at least the Silencer. They're going to keep chasing Booty Lizard. He's been cold snapped up. He's going down. The arrow, it won't catch anyone. Light Orange has to be very careful here. He's going to get slowed up. Trying to bait almost. Rex, he'll come back in. They're going to keep chasing. And Deso, can he get a Frostbite? Yes, he can. He also has the ultimate available, but doesn't use it. Sol 94, he's just going to get some objective-based gaming. Not interested in any more kills. He'll just go for the tower.
Yeah, that's an easy tower taken.
Omni Slash committed, and it unfortunately does bounce the wrong way. The poison over as well. Veno's going down here. The Ravage comes out. It is massive, but they're only going to get Nemo by the looks of it. The Chaos Meteor, Rex, he looks like he's going down here. And yeah, Rex will die. Sol 94, he's going to back off though. He could still die. Big Tornado onto 2. And the EMP coming up, but that Healing Ward is still alive. They haven't killed it off yet. Just kill off the Healing Ward, my goodness. Invoker, he'll run for it. And it looks like he'll manage to get himself out. Oh, the Ice Wall, that wasn't the right skill to use, sir. He didn't get Ghost Walk, apparently. Wolfie Delta commits the ulti. And they're not hitting him smartly enough, but they run through the Ice Wall. And at the very least, the Ice Wall saves the Abaddon, I suppose.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, but man, Apple really picked up his farm between the last fight and this one because he just picked up the Manta Star in the last fight, but he somehow managed to get the Fatal Blade during that short amount of time, just farming the jungle. So that Fatal Blade coming in huge there, being able to secure that kill on the Invoker by purging him, and also on that Mirana.
Yeah. Yeah, you are right. He picked up quite a bit. He's actually just got a BKB as well. Where did that come from?
Oh my god! He got so rich so fast. Now second on net worth. At least he's on top of Mirana now. Like Mirana was so far ahead of him, but it doesn't take very long for Juggernaut to catch up. Apparently.
Well, that team fight looked like it was going, pretty much all in the way of Antikythera, but somewhere at the end they just screwed up completely.
Yeah. Maybe it's them ignoring Hunter a little too much. Hunter is so tanky that he's kind of walked into middle. He doesn't have a Blink Dagger and just kind of landed a 3-man Ravage on the Mirana and the Invoker, which, meant Mirana died super quickly and Invoker had to use all of his spells defensively.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, funnily enough, Roshan has not been really touched yet. Like, they did use, it looks like there's a ward in there, but actually, they might be setting up for it here on the Radiant end.
Yeah. Well, they catch him.
Yeah, Nemo.
It's pretty hard to catch him.
Yeah, well, he's got the leap. He's going to be fine, but he's walking back in. He does so much damage with those right clicks. This poor Juggernaut. Yeah, he spins through it, though. The Cyclone, it will connect on at least the Silencer, so they can go for her if they want. The Chaos Meteor does miss. Wolfie Delta, he's making the run for a Deafening Blast. Now the stun, it is cancelled though, so they'll get the kill to slide at the least. Apple committed the BKB as well. Nemo, he doesn't have the Manta to get out of the silence, but now it's gone anyway. Apple, he's going to have to back off because that BKB is running out, and he's actually going to lose his life. Invoker will get the kill. Now Booty, he's going to lose his life as well. The Sunstrike comes out, it does miss. They'll let that be, but 3 down so far, and this could be a tier 3.
Yeah, I'd say a little awkward fight there. I had no idea how Juggernaut ran out of mana so quickly. Like, maybe he was getting hit by Mirana Illusion or something with that Diffusal Blade, but he ran out of mana in middle of that fight and could not use Omni Slash.
Yeah.
Just ended up being right click down.
Well, the tier 3's gone. Rex has to be careful. Cold Snap dealing a lot of damage. Oh, the Shrine, is it going to save him? No, it won't. And this is, I think this is a guaranteed Rax now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Tide Hunter dying just completely screwed it. Fairy, don't die too. It's, they've got to be careful not to kill themselves here. Wolfie Delta copping a bit of damage from the Veno, but not really enough to do anything, so...
Yeah, he has that Peppo Insight, so he's going to shark up that poison damage.
Well, I suppose the map is really theirs now. I mean, they've got the Roshan available to them. Then they've got the Shrines. Things not going to look too good for the TI Wieners at this point.
Yeah, I'd really like to see them take the Roshan. They have such good Roshan control here. Venomancer can set up wards all around the Roshan pit, so it makes it really hostile for Antikythera to engage them. You know, Slardar can take it super fast with the help of Juggernaut and the Medallion from the Tidehunter. Tidehunter can also gush the Roshan to even reduce the armor farther. It would have been so quickly, I think, pretty free. And Juggernaut having a second life in that fight would have meant all the world's difference, because Tidehunter did hold on to the Ravage during that fight.
Yeah, he did. And I think that the thing I've noticed with the TI Wieners draft is they're being a bit cautious with those ultis. Like, it feels like they're just not timing them well. Sometimes they're holding onto them for no reason. Yeah, I don't know. We talked about the fact that the Antikythera side would be the ones that have trouble, you know, timing all their skills well. But in reality, it appears to be the opposite way around.
Yeah. No, yeah, as we said, Antikythera, if they do play smartly and play well around the ultimates of TI winners, they should be able to do well. And, you know, they made sure that the global silence is always popped defensively. I haven't seen an offensive global silence even yet, which means, you know, the other team, TI winners, only have Ravage to work with. And at that point, you know, it's something pretty easy to play around. We are all experienced around playing around just a single Ravage.
Yeah. Well,
And no Veil, no Aghanims on Venomancer, so the Poison Nova isn't that scary.
well, they're going to run in here, it looks like. Apple, he's going to find Deso. Does commit the ulti, but actually Glimmer Cape does cancel it. So that's a big waste of the Omni slash Soul 94. He's in trouble, though. He'll go down. Where's the Dire here? Wolfie Delta's at top. And actually, the Nemo's got to be careful himself, but they're all split up. This is rather strange. Because, I mean, they ran bot lane without all 5 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that we're feeling a little bit too confident there, thinking those two supports should be able to protect him just by themselves. But you know, there is quite a bit of CC coming out from TI Wieners. And that kill just by itself was an 1800 gold swing.
Yeah.
Just because they're so behind.
At the very least, they got Apple to waste his ulti on a CM who used Glimmer Cape and it was wasted anyway, but still they'll get a tier 2 out of this and they might even push for a tier 3 if they really feel like it. Fairy, he'll go back and defend. And it looks like they'll think better of it.
I think it's a smart idea. They are still quite behind in gold, and there's plenty of outer towers to take, and not enough to risk for that high ground, especially knowing that Mirana has the Aegis.
Well, Wolfie Delta is literally just taking a shrine by himself at the top left of the map. Actually, nobody can really get there in time to stop him, which is pretty darn funny because it's a solo or Baron.
Yeah. It's going to be a decent chunk of change for his team. 125 gold for each of them. He has picked up a Rod of Atos now. So just more CC, more utility coming out from the Abaddon. It's a strange item. Yeah, I wonder why Rod of Atos. There isn't like an Ember Spirit or Storm Spirit or Weaver or things like that you really want to keep in spot. But I mean, it is still a decent item. Huge cast range.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's it's one of those items where it's become like always useful.
Yeah.
You don't need a reason anymore to pick it. It's just always good. Wolfie actually, he's cutting through here trying to get the Veno. They're gonna go for the tier 2, and they might even push for the tier 3 now. Like, I don't really see what's gonna stop them. Their net worth is so far ahead at this point. They just need to be cautious while pushing and not overextend, and they look like they'll be really fine.
Yeah, they just gotta watch out for the powerful ultimates on the TI winners, of course. You know, going high ground against Tidehunter is always a little bit intimidating, but as long as they can siege properly, they do have the Invoker and the Manta style on the Mirana to be able to siege carefully without committing too much.
Yeah.
Or they could go kind of like an aggressive play because Mirana has the Aegis, kind of send her in aggressively and just kind of high ground the tower. Of course, that does run the risk of facing the Silencer and the Tidehunter together.
Well, we're gonna see what their plan is here. Juggernaut illusions apparently cannot go through those super creeps. Potom still farming those ancients at this point. And
They
there's the
catch
Moonlight
Avatar.
Shadow. They're gonna go in here. And Wolfie Delta, he's tanking a lot. The Tornado is massive. It's on 3. EMP as well. CM Ultimate. Oh, the Chaos Meteor. This is looking really bad for the side of the Radiant. And Nemo's in the back lines. They actually take out 2 for the die, though. So Sol 94 has to back off for the time being. Nemo comes in, double star 4. He'll take out Slider. Rex is going down on Apple. He's left on his own now. He's got the BKB, though. He's going to take out Nemo's Aegis. But that's all he's taking out. They're going to have to go and force 4 buybacks now. And, I mean, Antikythera really played that one well.
Yeah, the fight started decently for TI Winners there, being able to find the Abaddon by himself, pop the ultimate, and the Omni Slash taking care of both of them during the duration of the Ravage. But of course, that meant both of the cores over on the Antikythera team were safe and sound, just right-clicking away at all the supports.
Look at that attack speed. That's ridiculous. That leap attack speed. I don't know if you saw it. It's kind of crazy. Slaughter.
Yeah, leap plus Alacrity.
Yeah, Slaughter, he's going to go down. It looks like he will. They'll at least get the Invoker, though. That's another massive kill. Camouflage trying to help out Nemo here. Nemo makes the leap happen. Rubik is going to go down. He turns around. He fights. He's actually going to get a triple kill here. And he will lose his life, but probably worth it. In fact, it might be an Ultra with that illusion.
Might die to illusion.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
100 health. That's scary illusions.
Well, they got that tier 3. They did not get the racks, but that was that 2 or 3 buybacks that just happened?
I think that was 2. Let's see. That was Tidehunter and Slaughter buyback. Oh, we can't scroll up on the. You can scroll up within game when you're a player on the kill feed now, but we can't do it anymore on the caster side.
Yeah.
So at least we know that 2 bought back. May I have been a Silencer buyback also.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Venomancer did buy back. That's for sure. Silencer didn't buy back, so that was 3, I think.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's they could literally make a final push right now on Antikythera's, and if they wanted, knowing that there's no buybacks available on the Radiant end. We'll see what they do, though. I mean, they've just got to, wait for the respawns, group up again. I really can't see what would stop them from just making the push down now. Yeah.
I mean, this Tidehunter build is a little weird. I mean, he still hasn't picked up his Blink Dagger. I mean, he has it queued up finally after getting his Guardian Greaves. And I feel like this lack of initiation from the TI Winners have been hurting them. I have yet to see a fight start with a Ravage. It usually have been a very counter-initiation heavy Tidehunter so far. Which means, the fights they're taking is always a turnaround, and that means they have never won a definitive team fight by themselves.
Nemo. I mean, this is just this Potom build's legit.
Yep, I like it. He's attacking so fast, and this is even without the plus 100 leap attack speed.
It's a bit silly, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a bit silly.
And he's about to pick up a butterfly on top of that, and once he gets that, he's going to be pretty unstoppable because Juggernaut is far from a MKB. He just picked up his Abyssal Blade.
This is going to be, like, I mean, this is actually intriguing me. I feel like I should go play a game and try, like, a hard carry Potom now. Because
No, I think it's pretty legit. I've played it a few times, even when Potom was good, back when she was pretty OP with the Egg Scepter. And, like, I've went this build a few times when my team just needed more carry potential. And just picking up an Egg Scepter right into the Manta Diffusal build is really powerful.
Yeah, well, I can't disagree with you. I mean, yeah, I mean, like, they literally cannot stand and take hits from Nemo. Nemo is just destroying them every time he right-clicks. Deso almost was in a bit of trouble, but we'll back off. They found themselves a double damage. Now Fairy trying to find someone to go for. Crystal Maiden, in fact, will have the double damage for the time being. They don't want to make the jump quite yet. Nemo did have to commit that Moonline Shadow, though. I'm just wondering when they're going to make the attempt to push down, because, I mean, there's no buybacks on the side of the Radiant. This is probably the best time to go.
Yeah, maybe they're just waiting for the next Roshan to spawn, which is coming up in a minute and 20 seconds. Yeah, otherwise, I don't know what else they're waiting for. Roshan could help them secure the next win. Actually, Mirana finishes her butterfly, so maybe they were waiting for that.
Yeah, that's a good point,
Mirana is
actually.
fully 6-slotted.
That's it, yeah. They'll probably just wait for that, and then that way they're like 100% confident that there's nothing that's really going to stop them from pushing down that lane, that mid lane, or whichever lane they so choose. Nemo, he's making the run up. He probably could just, commit the leap because it's only 18-second cooldown. But anyway, Butterfly has been picked up now, and yeah, we'll see what she can come up with. I can't imagine that the Radiant can really stop this. Unless they chained every spell perfectly, which they haven't really done quite yet. I just don't see them being able to take out these heroes.
Yeah, I think securing this Blink Dagger on Tidehunter is going to be so important. I might even... Can he even sell some items? Can he even sell Echo Saber and finish his Blink? I think having this Blink Dagger for the next fight is going to be so important. I'm not sure how much that Echo Saber is doing at this point anymore. Oh, there's a Omni Slash on the Mirana.
Nemo.
The Butterfly.
But he'll get out of there. That's the thing. And Fairy, he's going to die to these illusions if he's not careful. He does just end up losing his life. Apple, he's got to be careful himself. He's underestimating this bottom. Nemo, he'll back off. Gee, the BKB's used Poison Nova. It did catch the bottom, so bottom, he might actually die here. Invoker will back off. Rubik gonna lose his life, so Camouflage, he'll be happy with that though. Doesn't mind. Mirana. Oh, it's not lethal with the Poison Nova, so she's alright actually.
Yeah, I didn't get any Poison Sting on her, so she's doing just fine. Yeah, that's the power of the Butterfly coming out there, and Apple just instantly queues up MKB.
Meanwhile, Wolfie Delta, he's pushing the top lane himself. EMP Tornado and Chaos Meteor comes down. Tide has to be careful not to get too much damage. Silencer is gone back to the
Ravage.
Yeah, he does commit it. It was pretty weird, but he does get Soul 94 at the least. Mind you, there isn't a Baron that's taking out their Silencer in base. Looks like Rex might be losing his life. In fact, he will, and Apple will lose his. And Wolfie will get straight back to hitting the tower himself. Not sure why he's gone on his own. Because, Abaddon's not the best rat hero. But apparently he believes he can do it. So, there's a new line being drawn out.
Yeah, I'm just going to let him go. And Nemo is coming in on this bottom. They don't have backdoor protection. They go take it super fast. Oh, look at the attack speed.
That's kind of ridiculous.
How fast is she attacking?
That's ridiculous.
630. No, that's an attack range. What attack speed? 0.4 second per attack speed. That's without the leap bonus.
Well, she can literally just run in and hit it again and leap out. Like, there's nothing really stopping her. She's completely safe. Like, they can't kill her.
Yeah, the backdoor protection is on now, though, so she's going to think better of it. Alright, so Abaddon actually, I think, now finishes the Abyssal Blade. So a lot of CC being provided by this Abaddon.
Well,
and it should be actually pretty hard to solo now.
Yeah, I mean, Nemo, he just takes out Fairy, but there's no defending this, I don't think. It's a 32k net worth lead.
Yeah, it's going to be real rough. Tidehunter actually has his Blink Dagger in 10 gold. I wonder if he... maybe want to buy back instead? No, I think the Blink Dagger is better. You want to use your Blink and Ravage. And once Ravage is down, Tidehunter is not really useful anyways.
Yeah.
He's going to commit to it.
Well, they're taking out the Roshan extremely fast. And
yeah, that's going to be Aegis and Cheese.
And that'll be it. Then they should be rotating down to the base. Nemo makes the run down. Trying to figure out how they're gonna walk in kind of thing, like what their plan of attack is here, but I don't really think they need too much of a plan. Like it's just 33k net worth lead. I mean, there's not much else to say. Like they're just gonna they've got too much of an advantage here to lose. I feel like.
Yeah. And we're going to see a really good Ravage with a Global Silence plus Poison Nova and everything. They need to kill Mirana during the Ravage for sure to be able to have a chance to win this fight, I think.
Yeah. Oh, no. There's no doubt in my mind that Nemo has to die ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We'll see what they can pull out here. Nemo's in the
Yeah,
front
there was a
lines.
slight mistake though. With they gave the Aegis to Abaddon and the Cheese to Invoker. Usually you won't see that other way around.
Yeah.
Because Abaddon has that time to be able to pop the cheese no matter what. But here they go.
Yeah, Nemo. Not too much going on, but the Chaos Meteor Poison Nova committed. And Silencer gonna lose his life. It looks like the Silence committed. Ravage is massive. And the Omni Slash on to Soul 94, but they still just can't kill anyone off. Now Fairy gets a stun off onto Nemo, but Nemo just turns around and kills the Juggernaut. There is buyback available. Fairy gonna lose his life. Now the EMP onto the Veno. He has to be careful, loses all his mana. The Ice Wall's down as well. Apple does make the spin happen. Nemo comes in, starts healing up on Apple, leaps out of there straight away, but the Arrow, the Cyclone, and I think Juggernaut's gonna be a dieback for him. Yeah, it will be. And I can only imagine that's gonna be a GG call.
Yeah, they can just push the tier 4s. They might just watch it fall.
Well,
They'll just go for the Mega Creeps first.
Yeah, there goes the final racks, and the Arrow will hit the Tide, and well, Rex, I mean, luckily he has the
Kraken Shell.
Yeah.
It's gonna purge off all that stun. Yeah, looks like they're just gonna watch it fall. Very well played by Antikythera. They were playing against a pretty hard lineup to fight against, but they played it very expertly, baited out the global silences so they didn't have to deal with it offensively, and just took it. Just very strategic, piece by piece.
Yeah, well, we're going to be back for game 2. I'm going to put some music on, and yeah, me and GolgiApp will be back for game 2, but in this best of 2 series between Antikythera and TI Weiners. he has to be careful, loses all his mana. The ice falls down as well. Apple does make the spin happen. Nemo Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game two of this best of two series between TI Wieners and Antikythera. It is Michael Phoenix, and joining me again is Mr. GolgiApp. Golgi, how you doing after game one?
Great. That was a fun game. We got to see a carry Murana come out. We don't get to see that often. We got to see Venomancer. Haven't seen him in forever. So it was an interesting game. And Antikythera with a very impressive showing.
Was indeed. Now, I'm wondering if we're going to see that same kind of bottom build again. We see a CM pickup straight away, so they're going for the similar style, and there's a bristleback, which
The problem character of Dispatch.
he only had like a couple like it felt like 2 weeks worth of like shining light, and then he's nerfed straight away again.
Yeah, no, for sure. Some people are saying the problem with him is, I mean, he was super weak for a while because, I mean, Silver Edge got included in the game and he was a useless hero. But Silver Edge, the price of Silver Edge went up, so it's hard to build. And then they kept buffing Bristleback, because before, like the not being able to take stacks was a really big problem for him because that's how he got back into the game. But then they added the, double spawning camps back again, like spawning it every minute, and now he can catch up again. At the same time, he got all these stat buffs. At the same time, Silver Edge got nerfed, and everything came together, and he was way too much to deal with.
But he just got nerfed again.
He did, but it isn't a huge nerf. It is like a significant nerf, but I still think he should be good. Silver Edge is still expensive as it should be. I think he loses like 150 HP. I think towards late game, which actually happens to be a lot of health for Bristleback because every point of health has a lot more mileage on Bristleback just because how much damage he can soak with the passive.
Yeah, well, that's it. And if he had a nerf to his quills, I believe. Like the damage output is not as much, but that's not really the big deal with him. Like the thing with him is just being able to tank so much damage, um,
Yeah,
and they just can't kill him. Like he's just unkillable.
yeah. And they're gonna add Winter Wyvern to the mix,
I mean,
which is
that's
going to even be able to give him more healing and such.
can you imagine like having a bristleback and a winter wyvern? How is he ever gonna die?
Yeah, like, and if you're trying to crowd around Bristleback's front to kill him, and now you're risking kind of crowding around against the Winter's Curse, and you never want to do that. And Winter One picks up a, Glimmer Cape and Cold Embrace and just uses it on Bristleback, and now he just survives so much more longer. Yeah, it might be a rough time dealing with this Bristleback.
Well, it sure does appear to be a pretty smart pickup of the wyvern bristle. I haven't really seen the combination before, so I'm very intrigued indeed. We'll see what else they come up with to combo. Now, as far as I'm aware, Bristleback is apparently now a safe lane carry hero.
Yeah, I mean, he's so good, I think, because you can pick him early and you can take him anywhere. Like he's still a decent off lane. He can go mid and he can go safe lane. The character is so versatile, and that's why he gets even picked up at pro play in Epicenter. If he wasn't banned, he was picked in the first phase so many times. Because, I mean, if you get countered in your safe lane, just take him to mid lane or off lane or wherever.
Yeah, yeah, no, I know. Was it EE that was the first one that pulled him out?
Sorry, say again. You got get cut out at the
Was
end.
it EE from NP, like the first guy that brought the bristleback carry back, or
Oh, it was. I think it wasn't NP, but I think AUI was playing it first.
ah,
Yeah, he was playing it a lot, but and then they switch up the positions and he's back to playing support now, back from carry, and
mm.
then E picked up Bristleback after running Bristleback on the team for a while.
Well, there's a Jakiro now. I mean, with the Winter's Curse, like if you were able to get a big Winter's Curse, I suppose the Jakiro can follow up pretty well with the Ice Path Macropire.
hmm if he can time it properly, yeah, that's a very long lockdown. But Antikythera responding properly, they don't have a lot of physical damage. I mean, Winter Wyvern completely shuts down physical damage with the Cold Embrace, and if you have a lot of right clickers, Winter's Curse is going to wreck anyone. So, Timbersaw, Mirana, and Crystal Maiden, all these guys do a lot of right click damage. I mean, unless, Mirana goes for the same right click build as we saw Scary that was, but her base build She's not that scary, and Winter Wyvern doesn't have a really good target. And with the Cold Embrace, Timbersaw should be able to cut whoever is down who's stunned.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, they'll be stuck there. He'll be able to do whatever he wants with them. Uh, the thing is as well is if Mirana really wants, she can just go for the Ags Veil of Discord build, and then
Yep.
that kind of goes that kind of fixes the problem.
Hmm.
Physical builds aren't
But
very
I
good
think
against Bristle.
no. I mean, neither is magic damage to an extent, but yeah, physical damage is especially worse unless you pick up a Civil Edge carrier. So that's something I like to see coming out from the Radiant side. Because Bristleback can still protect himself against magical damage coming from behind. So if they can pick up something like Slark, Troll, Legion Commander, these are all heroes that love going Silver Edge. And Timbersaw can be open to going any three lanes also. So they could take a Legion off lane easily, Troll, safe lane. Slark is also a decent one. Although Slark doesn't have a lot of people who can gank, so you probably don't want to pick Slark into this lineup.
Yeah. Well, there's a Zeus pickup now. We don't see that very often.
No. And Zeus would have been actually been a decent, interesting one to pick in the last game for TI winners because they were going against. No, I was thinking actually for Antikythera because Zeus is someone who controls vision very well because he can snap out wards. He can just constantly lightning bolt those areas and make sure the enemy is blind to your movements to prevent them from getting good initiations. And that's, I mean, I think the biggest role Zeus has when it comes to like these captain's mode competitive games. Of course, on top of the high damage output he puts out during the fight.
Yeah. Look, I love a good Zeus. It just feels like sometimes it's just not the hero to pick. He has a very poor mobility. Like he really just can't move around a lot.
Hmm.
It's a big problem.
Yeah, I mean that's why I think the four staff blink build on Zeus is quite popular, but of course, those are very long cooldown stuff, and he's going to depend on his Jakiro and Winter Wyvern to keep him safe.
Yeah. Well, we now see a troll warlord.
Yeah,
Um,
there is the Silver Edge carrier that we were talking about.
Indeed. Which also, ironically enough, helps out with the attack speed from Mirana even further, because
Yeah,
battle trance is a thing.
yeah. They gotta watch out. I mean, Winter Wyvern, if she can time her Winter's Curse with the Battle Trance, as soon as she hears Battle Trance, if she Winter's Curse someone, the person's dead.
Yeah.
So that's something that Antikythera should be aware of and play around.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
have a delta formation. Just make sure you don't hug your supports too closely because you might kill your Crystal Maiden by doing so.
that's the fun of playing against the Winter Wyvern. Is always being there's always that fear. Oh my goodness, a Tinker pickup.
Oh, yeah, they banned Slark and immediately picked the Tinker.
You could kind of see what was happening too because they banned the Storm before the Slark.
Yeah.
They were
I'd
getting
like
ready
to see
for it.
the winner actually pick up a Nyx Assassin here. I think Nyx Assassin is looking fantastic. Nyx Assassin is great against Crystal Maiden, easily cancels the quizzing field by just walking into it with the Spike Carapace. Good against Mirana Starstorms and arrows because they're predictable. Tinker, Marching Machines is good against. Timbersaw can just walk into chakrams and stuff like that. I think he's looking like a great character here.
Yeah, I can't. The best one you could probably get at this point. Well, we'll see if they think the same way. They're taking
And
their
it's like
time.
just a natural counter to these intelligence heroes also being able to burn off a lot of mana on Timbersaw and Tinker. And they could use them for an off lane because Zeus can go mid, Bristleback safe lane.
Well, there's not much time left here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure seeing the Tinker last pick is quite intimidating. It's a one of the characters that you just don't want to play against. Oh, we see an OD. Interesting. So this is a off lane Zeus or
I,
safe lane Zeus?
uh, I think I don't like from what I can see. Like, to be honest, like the Nyx Assassin was the perfect pickup. Um, I feel like they've almost screwed up their draft here.
Yeah, they have no way to deal with Tinker now. Because Nyx Assassin is such a perfect character to be able to take off that Tinker, but now Tinker's built to just blink in tree lines and just safely kill people and just push out every lane.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, your idea of the Nyx Definitely like the number one idea there is. I do not agree with this OD whatsoever.
Yeah. And OD doesn't lane well against Tinker either.
No.
OD has a very weak laning phase, gonna get harassed up by Tinker, and even in the late game, Tinker can blind OD, and now OD is useless. So it's a very questionable pickup, but we'll see if they can make it work. Maybe they see something we don't.
Yeah, but it looks like this could be a position for Morana, by the way.
Oh yeah, we haven't really thought about that, have we? Yeah, he's totally looking at pushing for Mirana because Timbersaw, Troll, Tinker, and all these guys can go support.
I mean, it's yeah. If OD's gonna already have a tough enough time against Tinker now, when you have the Morana arrows coming through, it's gonna be such a headache for them.
Oh yeah, and it's also Camouflage playing that Mirana. Camouflage was a Rubik player playing the position for last game, so almost definitely gonna be seeing a support Mirana this game, which is the position where she sees more play nowadays.
Yeah, it's good to see some. It's good to see something different. You don't want to see the same thing over and
Yeah,
over again.
for sure.
Well, what we'll do, we'll go through the player drafts. We'll do the same thing. I'm going to go through the Radiant. So this time around, Antikythera playing the Radiant. Wolfie Delta, he'll be on that Tinker. I'm sorry, the Timbersaw. Tinker will be played by Nemo. Camouflage, he'll be playing that Potom. We have Crystal Maiden being played by Deso, and Troll Warlord is being played by Prime Soul 94. And the Dire, if you could please.
And Biorax playing the Bristleback for TI winners. Light Orange on that Our Devourer. Zeus being played by Apple and Winter Wyvern on Fairy. And finally, Jakiro being played by Booty Lizard.
Well, both of them committed smokes. It looks like the Dire, they're going to be aggressive about the bounty and a bot. Soul 94, he's
Yeah.
by himself though. This is not good for him, so he might have to give that one up.
Yeah, but they don't have a lot of kill potential though. These trio here, Zeus very low damage output in level 1. Same for Bristleback and Winter Wyvern. Winter Wyvern's the only one with decent damage, but they still have no way to stun them.
Well, Deso's
Smoke
here now.
breaks.
Yep, Deso's here to help out. Oh, they committed the Arctic Burn, but he's not even going to be in range to use it, so they'll get the bounty rune at the least, so they'll get what they wanted. And a pause comes out.
Awkward pause. Leg. I wonder if OD sees Wolfie walking up now.
He should, I'm sure, but
Yeah, not much they can do anyways. Jakiro should make the rotation. That Astro Imprisonment committed a little bit early. No, perfect timing.
yeah, yeah. I mean, look, the Dire definitely got the better out of those bounty runes, and
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of
Oh,
the day,
Zeus already has the bottle now because he got double bounty runes. Oh, that's value.
yeah, actually, you're right. That's actually massive. The question is though, how much is Zeus going to be able to do against a Tinker?
Yeah, and yeah, so we see the safe lane our Devourer too, which is not a position that I like him in a lot because safe lane can get ganked pretty easily, and it's not the safest place to farm. And also, he requires a lot of levels to be efficient. So splitting the XP a lot with his support is going to hurt him in the long run.
We see the Winter Wyvern. He's sticking around in mid to try and harass this Tinker down a bit. We also see Nemo. He had a bit of help out there from Camouflage, sticking around in case the Tinker needs it. I wonder though, is this going to be one of those games that gets dragged out because of a Tinker? I mean, late game wise, who do you think has the better draft here? Late game.
I think late game wise, definitely the Antikythera has the draft advantage. Oh, arrow coming out on the fairy, fairy dodges it.
Yeah, it was
He
a
should
good
be
dodge.
fine. He's gonna take a lot of damage though.
Just never stops.
Yeah, Antikythera just has the right characters. They have the troll to be able to deal with the bristleback as soon as he gets silver edge. He should be fine with that. They have no way to deal with the tinker on the enemy team. And Timbersaw is the only one that's slightly countered, and Timbersaw in a elongated fight against OD can die. But speaking of,
Yeah, he goes down.
blood.
Gives the first blood away to Wolfie Delta. Oh no, my apologies, Light Orange gets the first blood, but yeah. Good little kill. Arctic Burn came in as well from the side, and that was enough to do the job. But yeah,
Yeah, but the lanes seem pretty decent for TI winners, and of course, if you can get out of lanes well enough and just transition that into mid game advantage, they should have a good chance.
yeah. Well, that's it. At the end of the day, it's one of those things where it's like, well, whoever just does well will, be able to carry this game.
Hmm.
Obviously, with the Tinker though, you do have the potential to just drag out the game as long as you want
Oh yeah.
with those damn marches. But we'll see if that's what they have to do, or whether they'll get in the lead, or we'll see what happens. I suppose Zeus is just one of those heroes you don't see often, so you don't really know what's gonna happen.
Hmm.
Because they can go pretty crazy, these Zeuses.
Yeah. Yeah, so definitely if he's given the space, definitely pumps out one of the highest amount of magic damages in the game. And he does have a pretty favorable matchup here against the Tinker.
I
He
mean,
can harass Tinker out.
you got to remember as well, you have the Essence Aura, so like
Yeah.
Zeus will probably not run out of mana that fast.
Oh, that's actually a really interesting synergy. You're right. And it should also help Bristleback to spamming out the scroll plays in the mid game.
Yeah, people usually underestimate that. And look at this Soul 94 bot lane. He's gonna get dove on by Rex, but Rex is copying a lot of damage himself right now. And actually, Rex, he has to get healed up by Winter Wyvern. Might cop a bit more damage though. The slow access to, get a bit more damage going. Almost loses his life, forced to use the salve, but they force Soul 94 to use his as well.
A good rotation there by Fairy. Without him being there, that might easily be a kill with the slow coming up from Prime Soul.
Yep. Looks like they might have a go on Zeus here. Camouflage. Looking for
Ooh,
the
Camouflage
Yeah.
has been pretty annoying here for a while. He's been sitting here for a minute now.
Couldn't find the arrows. He's actually going for on top. Almost gets Booty Lizard. Couldn't get the bounty room for himself. Bot lane, Deso. He'll pick up a DD for himself as well. And Fairy, he could be in trouble here. He actually might go down. Who actually got that double damage though? Nobody got it. It was denied, which was probably a massive mistake on Deso's part. He denied it rather than picking it up.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And that probably
You
cost
could
him
have
the
even
kill.
waited for Nemo to get the bottle filled up.
Yeah, Wolfie Delta top lane. Looks like he's going down here. He tries to chain away, but the Astral's there, and it's a level 2 Astral, so he's dying. So Wolfie Delta gonna go lose his life again. That's a second death for him on the off lane.
Yeah. I mean, Our Devourer is one of those characters that is really bad if you have a bad start, but really good once he gets ahead. So he's gonna be happy about that. And another dive coming out on the other side, the Prime Soul diving on the Biorex with the help of his teammates.
And they're gonna find Fairy on the far left Deso sees him, and actually running away now surprisingly. But this could be a bit of a bait here. 94 doesn't want to bar over right now. Doesn't have much health. Rex comes in as well. They will back off. Is it like it feels like with the troll, like you're pretty much just waiting for him to pick up like that Shadow Blade, and then you're gonna start seeing some real like rotations going on around the map. Same with like
And he has decent targets too. He can go on that Zeus and probably the Jakiro and Winter Wyvern's gonna be hard to kill, but the Jakiro should be able to kill with it.
well
Prime Soul being
they've-
slowed down.
they've made a jump on him. Yeah, Sol 94. He can't really go anywhere right now. It's so slow. He's used the wand, but Rex is still chasing here. He's got the goo as well, and he's used the slow arrows. And by Rex, I think he should get the kill. Or the whirling axes. The heal might actually save him. I think Fairy might have screwed him. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I mean, that was a interesting choice because without the heal, Biorex might have died to the tower. Oh, and the haste rune on Tinker is going to be bad.
Yeah, he'll get
Yep.
the pure laser. Copper to the back does not matter. And Winter Wyvern, is he going to make it out? Yeah, there's no mana on Nemo anyway. But yeah, that's just not good news. They dove, they did not get a kill, and they lost his life to the mid Tinker.
Yeah, perhaps playing a little bit more safer might be a better idea for the off-lane Bristle here.
So OD, still at the top of the last hits now. Farming very well for herself, but yeah, I mean, OD's pretty good, I suppose, against people like the Timbersaw, uh,
Yep.
things like that. But I mean, I don't know how it's gonna go up against this. I really don't know how it's gonna go up against this troll and the Tinker.
Yeah. I really think they did just pick it up for playing against the Timbersaw. But as you said, he's gonna also have trouble with Troll too. The character doesn't naturally pick up an MKV, and he's going to be having a hard time with all those misses coming from the laser and the whirling axes.
Yeah. Warding being placed down by Booty Lizard at the bot lane. Very feels like a very quiet game so far. Everyone's just comfortable with just farming. But now they jump onto Nemo with the slow from the Winter Wyvern. And yeah, they'll commit the Zeus ultimate. They'll get the kill. That's a big kill on Nemo.
Yeah, slowing down Tinker early game, preventing him from picking up the early boost of travel is going to go a long way to the success here because Tinker is going to be, I think, the biggest trouble that is going to face TI winners.
Yeah. Well, it looks like they're trying to have a go here on light orange. Camouflage, he's in the trees, and he waited a bit too long because Fairy came in. Booty Lizard dodges the arrow. Now the Ice Ward does miss. Gotta be careful because Wolfie Delta does do a lot of damage. There's a TP going down, and the mid lane for Fairy, he's trying to help out his teammate Apple. He's actually in trouble. The Rocker comes in as well. Can they get a kill on this Zeus? No, they'll leave him be. Sol 94 did not want to take the risk. Vision. Yeah, he did not want to take the risk there.
Yeah, the clutch Cold Embrace saving him from that troll.
I mean, I've got to admit, Winter Wyvern, it's paying off so far. Like, the heals he's getting is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, and also, the ganks he's been able to clump to. He slows Nemo down again, and they're not going to come into this one. Oh, they might. Nemo coming back in.
Yeah, that was a questionable play. Arctic Burn will slow him down probably enough. And, Zeus misses the lightning bolt. That's not good.
Yeah, he tried to get the max range, but Fairy flaming his team just slightly.
Well,
there's the ulti! No!
He got the kill.
They were just waiting for it.
He got the kill at the end of the day. Nemo.
Yeah.
Didn't make it back to base in time. Didn't have a TP on him, so a bit unfortunate for him.
Yeah, he's trying to save up as much money as he can for the boost of travel. Oh, bot lane. Prime Soul going on Rex.
Yeah, Rex. Got to be very careful here. A lot of damage. Slow axes will be back up in 4 seconds. And the arrow actually hits. Camouflage will pick up the kill. Now top lane, they're going after Timbersaw as well. Can they get the Ice Path? No, there's no such thing quite yet. They slow him down. Now the Ice Path's there. The Arctic Burn dealing a lot of damage to him, but he'll still walk it off. It is a Timbersaw after all. And yeah, that'll be it. Just all that damage being dealt, but for no reason apparently. He just heals it all up.
Yep. He doesn't even use a shrine. Desto is here with the salve. Classic and the insane amount of regeneration from, reactive armor. What a spell.
Absolutely classic Timbersaw.
Mirella has the Invis rune. Got just enough mana for the Sacred Arrow. But she gets spotted by this tower. Yeah. And you can just plant a ward.
Oh.
She might have been spotted putting down the Apple, taking lots of damage.
Oh, there goes the arrow. Is she going to make a play, though? No, she'll let it go. She had the leap available, so I thought she might have made a jump in, but...
Yeah, Apple didn't even have mana to be able to protect himself. They do spot out Camouflage, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've got some big stacks up there at top. Just noticed that they've got it looks like a 3 or 4 stack.
That's a 4 stack. Yeah, there's 2 tomatoes in there with a Satyr Tormentor and a Centaur Conqueror.
Well, you better
as big as it gets.
Better hope that Wolfie doesn't notice they're there. Otherwise, that could be a bit of an issue for them.
Yeah,
looks like bot lane. Sol 94. He's gonna lose his life here. Zeus, good rotation. They'll get the kill on the troll.
Yeah, and the Thunder God's Rat getting the additional benefit of spotting up the supports in the top lane. So OD knows to play safe.
Well, Fairy might lose his life to this Tinker. Nemo, he doesn't have rearm at the moment, so he can't actually get those spells back up. He will have the laser, but he'll let Fairy go. And actually, no, he's being surrounded now. Apple's in, and Looks like this might be a kill for them. He's just got to wait for that lightning bolt now. And if he can get the range, and he should have it, another kill for the Zeus.
Yeah. Well, Zeus just having such a good lane against the Tinker. Oh, wait. I forgot about Zeus's Aghanims. So Zeus is actually a great counter against the Tinker. I forgot. So what happens is Tinker blinks into tree lines, and Zeus just uses Thunder God's Wrath to find where he is, and uses a Nimbus and put it on top of him, and Tinker can't blink out of tree lines because Lightning Strike constantly stops him from rearming.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. Yeah. Well, he can't TP at the end of the day.
Yeah. He can't TP, and he's just stuck there under a Nimbus, and he doesn't have enough right-click damage to be able to kill the Nimbus himself.
Yeah? Well, that's actually a very
I
good
completely
point.
forgot. Yeah, that Zeus had that ability, so perhaps they're actually not that mismatched against this Tinker.
Perhaps
On top
not.
of having a really good lane against the Tinker too.
Yeah, perhaps not. We'll find out. I mean, when do you usually see the Aghanims coming out on the Zeus?
Usually it's like you gotta get a mobility item first. I mean, he's going for a Veil, which I agree with. After a Veil, probably I want a Blink Dagger or a Force Staff at least before going for the Egg Inceptor. But it is an awkward item to build because he wants so many items. He wants a Yules, he wants a Force After. Oh, Prime Soul getting blown up.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate, but it was neutral creep denied. Now the Winter's Curse, but nobody's around, so it's just for the hold. Can they get the kill the Goose there? Rex will give the vision. Zeus does not want to keep going, has no mana. So a bit unfortunate the Winter's Curse didn't catch anyone with the Potom, but doesn't matter too much.
That deny also coming from the neutral club. I didn't even see that. Good catch. That sucks. That would have been worth a decent chunk of change for him.
Yeah, it was pretty unfortunate for the dire end. Nevertheless, though, they're still ahead. They've got a decent net worth lead here.
Fairy gets caught trying to steal the bounty rune.
Yeah.
We're trying to TP out, but yeah, CM is here.
Probably the lowest gold change that they could have gotten, being the Winter Wyvern. So, in a sense, like, not the worst thing that could have happened. Still, don't want to give those kind of kills away, especially when you're in the lead.
They was also quite greedy, trying to take the bounty rune, knowing everyone was basically alive over on the Radiant side. Pyrax has finished off his Vanguard.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of farming going on in this game. Like everyone's being quite quiet. Like nobody's. It doesn't feel like there's that much fighting that's really happened.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just kind of goes more for the TI winner side having such good defensive supports who has managed to stem the effectiveness of the Antikythera aggressive supports, and which meant their cores have lower farm.
I think Wolfie might be dead here. One more hit, and in fact Jakira is there, and they'll give the kill to Light Orange. So that Arcane Orb, only level 1, but just dealing so much pure damage to that poor Timbersaw.
Yeah, armor doesn't do much against that type of damage.
No. Well, looks like bot lane, there's some action here. They're actually having to go on Soul 94. He turns around and goes on the Bristleback. Now the Winter's Curse on the CM. And she's almost dead. She goes down to the Zeus. And now Soul 94's in trouble. He goes down. It's a double kill for Apple. And I mean, he's just... this Zeus is making some plays right now.
Yeah. He's always there. He's always where he needs to be. Picking up kills left, right, and center. And we see Fairy pulling out the great play there of recognizing the battle trance and immediately ulting the CM.
Yeah, she really did. And now they've got the Veiled Discord on the Zeus. Things are gonna start changing for the Dialect. They're gonna get it only gets better from here. I think Nemo, he's got his boots of travels now as well. So he's kind of like at that point where he's gonna start making things happen, but there's a bit of a catch-up for him. Fairy copping a bit of damage bot lane. Soul 94 going to get the kill on him. And he wouldn't use the heal on himself. Bio going to have to make a run for it here. I think he should be okay. He's just too fast. And Booty Lizard's there to help him out. Yeah, bit of a strange thing from Winter Wyvern. He didn't really want to heal himself for some reason.
Don't think he had the mana. If you click on his portrait, he only had 61 mana on the time of death. So
Ah,
just a little bit too short. 10 mana short away from the Cold Embrace.
that would be it. Apple, mid lane. Dealing a bit of damage to this poor Nemo, but Tinker will back off in time. Actually, bot
OD
lane.
gets spotted out.
Yeah, Booty Lizard.
Wow, this is super aggressive.
Well, now he's going to die. I'm not sure if it's worth it for the Jakiro. Unless he gets away, but he's definitely dying. It's definitely not worth.
Yeah, as a position 1, you gotta value your life a little bit more than the position 5 on the other team.
Well, he got a bit more gold, but, like, you know, it's still, you know, you're a position 1 losing that farming space and time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's huge. And, giving more money to the Bristleback is not a good idea either.
No, not at all. Well, I mean, this game is a lot slower than the last game. It just feels like everyone's being very careful.
And we see Zeus and OD finally linking up. We're going to see the Essence Aura Lightning Bolt to full extent.
Yeah.
I like to see them kind of travel together and try to find some rewards because, when you have free Lightning Bolts, you don't have to worry about spamming it to find rewards.
Well, that's it. I mean, he can just keep doing that. And that's just the thing with Zeus. And actually, Soul 94 gets caught out here. The Astral is on the OD himself. Ice Path was dropped as well. They're trying to slow him down as much as he can. Now, Soul 94, he has to back off here. I don't think he can fight this OD right now. And there's the ulti. We'll get the kill now. Deso will get as well. Nemo is in the background. Camouflage will go down. It's a double kill for Light Orange. They want to try and get a kill, but Nemo's going to die here. That's a full team wipe.
Goodness, yeah. In top lane, Apple actually found Timbersaw hiding within the tree lines and just lightning bolt him to death. So just fights happening on both sides for the side of TI winners.
That's pretty. I was not expecting a full team wipe. 19 minutes into the game, especially from the dire end. But apparently they're pulling some magic out of the bag right now.
Yeah, I mean, they won the lane phase hard and they're utilizing it to full extent. Hopefully they start pushing this advantage even farther and take some towers with it. But it is hard going to a Tinker, of course.
Well, I mean, they're literally 7k ahead in net worth, which is quite substantial for the time we're at in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And with their kind of lineup, like, it doesn't get any easier to deal with either.
Yeah. Tinker has finally picked up his Witch of Travel and the Soul Ring. Looking for a Blink Dagger next.
Yeah, if they
Zeus
can,
has Veil, Discord. And actually going straight for the Egg Scepter. He feels actually confident enough that he's ahead enough to not need a mobility item.
I don't know if I agree with that one. Zeus, he's going to find Camouflage, and this could be a death for him. He has the ulti up in just a second. That being said, Troll jumps on him. The bash is there. The heal, though, from Winter Wyvern. It just does such a good job. And there is the Winter's Curse as well. Nemo, gonna die!
Oh, yeah, and the Bristleback with the Blade Mail running through freely in that march. And they're going to find a ward, too.
I mean, this is a tier 2 at the least.
Yeah.
I thought Zeus was 100% dead there, but that Winter Wyvern with the heals, my goodness. These Cold Embraces have been on point every single time.
Yeah, very definitely pulling out the plays here. He's been in like the right locations to save his carries like 3 or 4 times this game so far.
Well, this is a tier 2 gone. There's no way that it's being defended. I think this could be a relatively quick game if they really wanted to. Troll coming in.
Wisely cancel that TP.
Yeah, but you just wasted a TP scroll and has it on cooldown for 80 seconds now.
Yeah.
You've got to... It feels like these days you've got to be really careful with the TPs, like not to waste them like that.
Yeah, although they're cheap, but every single TP means they're going to be on cooldown. And
oh, Nemo. Nemo's been caught out, and there's a Winter's Curse there if necessary. They don't need it. But, I mean, this Tinker, like... you were talking about how he wasn't going for mobility items, but now he's changed his mind. He's going for a Blink Dagger, which
I was thinking about the Zeus on the apple. Sorry if I said Tinker.
oh, okay. Well, I mean, the Tinker was going for an Ags, but I was like, no way, he's just going for an Ags. And look at the Tinker, look at the Timbersaw, Wolfie Delta, he's going down. They actually can't survive against this team. Like, there's just too much magic damage. Deso's the next one being chased, but they let him go. And that's another tier 1 gone. This dire team, they're doing really well for themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, Timbersaw, I mean, he has a classic, Timbersaw syndrome of feeling like he's a little too tanky. But definitely can't find the Zeus.
Well, they're going to keep going for a tier 2 here. And with the Jakira, obviously, the Liquid Fire, it really helps out with the pushing and it slows the attack of the tower. These rockets and marches obviously very frustrating as usual. The arrow does hit Jakiro. He was stuck in that hill and now he really can't do much. He needs to back off. The rocket comes in though, gets the kill. Zeus will get a return kill on camouflage. Doesn't want to give his life away. That would be very, very bad. Especially considering he's almost got that Aghanims and they're just going to back off now.
Yeah. He's just got to play real carefully, especially picking up this Aghanims as his, second item after the Veil Discord. He does have no mobility items to get out, so he's fully dependent on his supports to protect them. And man, Light Orange is also so fed on the Outward Devourer. Oh, Jakiro gets caught. I mean, not Jakiro, that's Fairy.
My Dota just completely froze and I disconnected.
My God. And Fairy did get caught there by Troll Warlord. Used Frozen Embrace to save himself and actually tried to Winter's Curse the CM to kill him, but Troll Warlord just one auto attack away from killing his own support.
Well, I'm back.
Hello.
Hello. Well,
didn't miss much.
That's always a positive. Yeah, I'm 9k net worth. I'm wondering what the next step is here for the side of this dive, the TI Weiners.
Yeah, I'm assuming keep pushing. I mean, once they get this Aegean Scepter, this Tinker can't even play safe anymore either. Zeus can just lay the Nimbus right on top of his head, and Tinker, wherever he's hiding, is going to be forced out to retreat.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the beauty of it, isn't it? Like, just keep harassing Nemo. Just don't let him do what he wants to do as a Tinker.
Mm-hmm. And Nemo has finally picked up the Blink Dagger, though. He's going to get picking up the Ether Lens next.
I mean, that's the beauty of what you were saying, though. The Aghanim is not going to allow. And look at this. Wolfie Delta, he gets Hurricane Piked, and he's in big trouble. He's already lost over half his HP. And yeah, oh! They let him go, and luckily Apple has the ulti available. We'll get the kill. But my goodness, that Timbersaw really just does not survive against this team.
Yeah. All the reactive armor stacks don't do much against pure magic damage, I suppose.
Yeah. The other thing is, though, they're losing so much vision around the map. Like, the Zeus just offers so much.
Yeah.
He TP's top to defend. He's going to let the rest of his team push the tier 2, but these marches are so frustrating. They're going to try and get a kill into Soul 94, and they will get it, I think. Yeah, that's a kill. That's another kill. Godlike streak for the Zeus now.
We see the power of Nimbus there, the Nimbus being able to hit him twice with a Lightning Bolt, and the third time the Lightning Bolt triggered, it hit the creeps, but it also triggers the static field whenever it shoots the Lightning Bolt, so that static field being able to finish the troll off.
I mean, it does really feel like Zeus literally becomes much more of a global presence with that Nimbus. Like, he already had the Thunder God's Wrath, but then you give yourself a second option. And it's such a low cooldown at the 35 seconds.
Yeah, it's so short. And he's picking up the Octarine Core next, which also reduces the cooldown on the Lightning Bolts and Nimbus itself shoots out, on top of reducing Nimbus cooldown. So Nimbus fires even faster.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it almost looked like they were going to go for a Rax attempt, but not going to be the case. Hello to Gavin in the chat, so saying hello. It does what they're gonna go for a tier 2 mid now. These marches are being very, very frustrating for the side of the Dire. In fact, it looks like they're chasing Winter Wyvern Fairy by himself, and I'm not sure about this. He commits the heal, He's pretty much just delaying them. In fact, he has the Winter's Curse. He'll commit it onto Potom, and Potom is actually going to die here.
Oh!
What a play from Fairy. Wow.
Yeah, that's what happened last time too.
And
I mean, you just can't touch the Troll Waller when you're fighting the Winter Wyvern. Because the Troll is going to kill you instead.
that's just kind of funny, though. He just, like, literally just baited him out.
Yeah.
I mean, they're feeling so much more confident this game than last game. Booty, he's taking the tier 2 by himself using that Liquid Fire. Ice Path comes out. Orange, he'll come in. There is a Glimmer Cape, though. The Rockets again coming out from Tinker. There is just so much stability on this Wiener side because they can keep healing. The damage coming out from Apple is absolutely massive. Now the Nimbus comes out and they can't even get near the tower anymore.
Yeah, only 81 health left on this tower. Here comes Troll to deal with the Nimbus. He gets nice 100 gold for himself, and he's gonna deny the tower.
Well, whether you deny it or not, the fact that the tower's not there anymore, it still remains. Like the structure itself is gone.
Yeah, and that's all that Winner really wants. They want to take more and more map advantage, prevent Antikythera from finding their own jungle. Troll gets caught out by us from imprisonment.
Well, he's really stuck here. The Ice Path comes out as well, and they even drop the Nimbus just in case, and it's a lot of damage. He doesn't have buyback either, so if the Dire pick up on this, they can make a push right now. It's just the only thing that's stopping them, it really feels like, is this. Nemo is the only person who can really stop them from coming onto the high ground.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to do a lot of work here, a lot of heavy lifting.
But if this...
He's 2,300 gold away from egging him, so super far away from being able to reach that soon.
But if Apple can catch him out, I mean, they can kill him pretty quick if they catch him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a squishy little tinker. 1,600 health, no armor, no magic resistance.
Question is how? How are they going to get to him? Apple, he's pushing the mid lane a bit. Drops the Veil, and my goodness, Wolfie just loses so much HP. It's just so hard. Nimbus is dropped again. You got to be careful, I guess, to not feed those Nimbuses, though.
Yeah, it is 100 gold. It is 100 gold in XP, so Troll's going to be happy to pick those up.
I feel like that's like one of the big things about Nimbus that just isn't good. The fact that it gives so much gold away.
But I mean, that was used to secure the kill on Timbersaw. I mean, I think if you use to secure Timbersaw, I think that trade is worth it all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you just give away free Nimbuses, you do gotta watch out.
They're split pushing different lanes at the moment.
Yeah. Tier winners could look to take Roshan, although their lineup is really bad against Roshan. They do have the medallion on the bristleback, but it's not going to be enough. They have too much magic damage, 9 of physical damage.
I mean, they've got the Blink and the Hurricane Pike available on the OD. Like, it feels like you could probably just make a jump in onto that high ground. It looks like they might have found Light Oranger, because Camouflage is going to run straight into him. Drops a ward. And OD misses his opportunity, but now they're making the chase here. And no, they'll let him be. I was thinking OD could probably make a jump onto the high ground to get the Astra on the Tinker. And set up the kill.
But it is a little bit risky, because if he does get stunned by Crystal Maiden, he might give up his life.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens at the very least.
Yeah, but you know they're happy doing this right now. They're getting all 3 lanes farmed. They're also taking the jungle away from Antikythera, so they're just increasing this net worth every minute that passes.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess things are only going to get better from this point on for the Dire.
Yeah, it's a slow siege here. Just gaining small advantages, getting some chip damage on the towers, and they can initiate once Zeus has his Octarine Core or our Devourer has BKB now. Maybe that's what they're looking for, so he can do the aggressive play you were talking about without the fear of getting stunned anymore.
Well, they're grouping up bot. And they do want to go. Oh, they do go. The jump in onto the Tinker. They will get the kill. OD with that BKB making the plays. Now the Winter's Curse. They're going to take out that Mirana. And Wolfie Delta, he's copying a bit of damage on the side as well. OD will take him out. No, Wolfie Delta will survive through it. Soul 94. He's the target now. Looks like he's going to lose his life. The Astral does save somebody. I don't know who it is. It's actually Apple at that point. Deso gets the Frostbite. Apple will lose his life. He gives a lot of gold away, but the tier 3 is going down. A lot of buybacks were committed as well. Are they going to keep going? A light orange, he could probably do some damage here. He has a Sanity's Eclipse. He probably needs to drop it if he wants to stay in this kind of team fight. Ice Path is there. The tier 3 is still up. And, I mean, he has 56 stolen in. He should really have dropped that Sanity's Eclipse.
Yeah. I don't know why he is, and he didn't turn there.
Well, he's going to die now.
I won't be able to. Yeah.
Oh, no. He'll be fine.
Okay, no vision.
Very strange, though. Like, he had the opportunity to drop it on 4.
Yeah, it's one of those abilities that you just are not very sure about how much damage it does. But yeah, but 56 stolen, he would have decimated the Antikythera team there. But, you know, they did force out a few buybacks there. They did decent bit of damage to tier 3, only half though. You know, we are seeing a little bit of the downside of this draft coming from TI winners. They are really bad at pushing towers down, especially the high ground. But yeah. Tinker did have to buy back, so next time they go and they can kill Tinker, it might be the opening they're looking for.
Well, yeah, it really depends on whether they want to just go straight again. If they want to go straight away again, they realize how powerful they are. They realize there's no buybacks left. I mean, this is the perfect time to go.
Yeah, I'm assuming Zeus had finished up. Oh, he has a voice stone now. Maybe he changed his mind about the. Oh, he changed his mind about whatever was going Octarine Core. I'm assuming he's now going for a sheep stick. Because he has a void stone in his inventory and he got the ultimate orb for his quick buy. Yeah, that's the site device.
Well, we'll get back into the game. We'll see what their decision's going to be here. Whether they go again or whether they let it be for a while. Like you said, the Roshan is another option, but it is very slow for the side of TI Weiners to go for. The sheep stick gonna be the next item pick up, and he's getting pretty close. But they could, I don't know. It does like it's almost 17k net worth lead at this point. No buybacks. Feels like it's the right time to go.
The Tinker tipping away. If Apple, I think Apple, if he committed his Thunder God's Wrath and Nimbus there, they could kill a Tinker with help of Bristle.
Yeah.
They decided to let him go. But they're going to take this Roshan.
Yeah. Question is, can they take it fast before the other team realize what's going on? They've pinged it out, and they've decided to give up on it.
Yeah, Bristleback's going to be showing up there with his new Solar Crest. That's going to help them speed up quite a bit. There's a Solar Crest coming out. He should be able to tank it up too.
Well, it doesn't look like the side of Antikythera are even interested in trying to contest. I think they realize they're way too behind to even bother trying. And so they'll just have to allow the Dire to slow siege this Roshan and try to get more, like they're just trying to get some farm while they can.
Yeah, they need to take the fights where there are advantages. The Tinker doesn't do very well outside of the high ground, especially in a case like Zeus where they can find him hiding. He just going into the Owl Devourer.
Oh, straight smoke up. And Tinker has TP'd to the bot lane. There's nobody there to defend this mid. And this is going to be really bad news if they don't hurry up and get back into position. They're going onto Wolfie Delta here with the Arctic Burn. A lot of damage being dealt to him. Now Nemo is back on the Tinker. And Bio using that Blade Mail, trying to back Nemo off. It's again another slow siege though. It takes a very long time. And meanwhile, Prime Soul 94, he's pushing the bot lane on that Troll Warlord. And we all know how fast they push. So they've got to make some kind of decision. OD, he does jump in with the BKB, but it's a bit of a fail, unfortunately. They've got to try and take out one of these tier 3s fast.
This is not good.
Yeah, Soul 94.
Prime Soul is going hard.
Yeah. And Bristleback will TP, and they've got to TP and defend. And now they're going to lose their heroes because they kind of TP'd right on the base. Can they get Sol 94 though? That would kind of make it sort of even, I guess. Actually, Potom does go down to Apple. Meanwhile, Sol 94, he's trying to fight this out with Booty Lizard, but going to lose his life. So it's pretty good for the side of the Dire at this stage.
Yeah, they only lost Fairy there, and I mean 3/4 life on the tier 3, but you know those opportunities should come pretty rarely for Antikythera.
It just seems like they just can't take down towers though.
Yeah, I mean no one on their team puts out any exceptional points of physical damage. Only Bristleback does, but you know he didn't go for any damaging items. Maybe this is a game where Bristleback needs to pick up something like an MKB.
Maybe. The push
Something
is
to
still
help
coming.
him push these towers.
The push is still coming. Tinker cancels.
Tinker's going top instead. You know, there's plenty of creeps here they can help push with.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to just they're kind of deciding to go for some kind of rat play.
Yeah, they gotta make something work because, I mean, they know they cannot take on TI winners head on because they're so behind in net worth. But trying to outplay them through these kind of little rat plays is what they should be looking for, and they did manage to get quite a bit of damage in the bottom tier 3. So if they can get another opportunity like that.
TI winners though, they're very split up right now. Like, they're not really sticking as a team, which is a bit concerning.
Yeah, maybe feeling a little bit too confident here about their lead.
It's one of those things we constantly see this team, teams start splitting up and not playing the same way, and then they end up giving that lead away. It doesn't take too many deaths to do that. There is a Hex now though on Apple. That's a big item pickup to have by this time on the Zeus. And if it looks like they'll go for the Timbersaw here. They get the Ice Path, the Goose coming out as well. The Hex will really help out when they get it. But my goodness, they don't even need it, I don't think. The Nimbus is dropped. And I think Wolfie's going down. No, the chain was well done. And actually the Thundergroff's Wrath as well. Tier 3 is going to... If they can at least get this, they'll get a shrine or two out of it. And yeah, there's one. Do they want the racks? Of course they do, but can they get it is the question. A lot of March damage coming out. And the rockets as well. I don't know if they can do this. They've got the heal from Fairy though. They still have the Winter's Curse. The OD.
Yeah, still the Aegis on OD.
Booty almost goes down. It almost feels like Fairy should just commit a Winter's Curse here, but obviously he wants to get something out of it. There's an arrow though onto the Zeus. This is the time to use the Winter's Curse, and he does not use it. The Astral's there as well as the heal. Fairy TPing now. Frostbite used. Actually, Sandy's Eclipse. They'll get the kill. Very awkward team fight. The bouncing laser.
Wow, there's the Aghanim's on Tinker.
Yeah, well, he'll get a kill at least. Wolfie, got to be careful. He looks like he's about to die here. The Tinker's trying to help him. The Macropie dropped, and OD loses his life, but so does Timbersaw. Now the bouncing laser only gets one somehow. And actually, the OD's back. This Astral Imprisonment used. This is the strangest team fight I've ever had, by the way. It's just so slow.
That's a perfect way to put it. It's so slow, you're right. Like, nothing really happens. It just slowly, people go down one by one, and people don't commit fully, and they just kind of skirmish, and they take kills here, and then they lose another one here. I guess in the end, they did manage to take tier 3 for TI winner, but slowly but surely, Antikythera is closing this network gap.
Yeah.
Nemo with that Aegean Scepter, that is huge. Now you gotta push into Tinker's March plus bouncing lasers.
Yeah,
OD doesn't like missing very much.
Tinker's just a real headache of a hero. It's just, yeah.
Who wants to play against Tinker? It's like playing against it's another version of techies. It's like Techie plus Tinker in the same team. You're just like, what do you do against that?
Yep, exactly right. The only thing you can do is you can jump on him before you give him the chance to defend high ground. Like, don't allow him to be alive.
Yeah, I think they should kind of liberally use this Nimbus whenever they see Nemo pushing us side lanes.
Yeah, just delay everything.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not like the Nimbus costs a lot, and as long as like one person around the Nimbus, they should be able to secure the kill on the Tinker.
Yeah, and even then, like if he's trying to like, if you have him trapped in a tree line because he can't TP or he can't blink, like that's
Like right
perfect.
now,
Yeah,
like when he was there, if they use God, Thunder God's Wrath to find him and Nimbus on top of him, but they're going to probably kill Timberson. No, there's the Yules.
well, actually, he's fighting pretty well, but the BKB's there. The Winter's Curse, though, they'll use it on Troll because he had the BKB. Now the macro, the Ice Path, is looking bad for the Radiant so far. Potom looks like he's going to lose his life, but that being said, Troll's still fighting. Prime will end up going down. Potom ended up surviving through that, but the bouncing laser just dealing so much. They'll get the kill onto Deso. Deso still alive here. The Sanity Eclipse drop. Nemo does survive through this. No Astral to be used. And Wolfie's there. Is he going to go for it? He does throw one hit out. Does have the blink. And he has the Hurricane Pike. Not using it. Goes for Nemo instead. Bit of a confused OD, I think. Wolfie's still trying to survive. Bristleback chasing. Meanwhile, Tinker was chasing the OD. But I don't think either is getting either. And yeah, just again, some strange decision making here from the OD. Just changing his mind halfway.
Yeah, I think that could have been killed pretty easily if he decided to chase with the Hurricane Pike, especially with the Bristleback around to be able to provide him the vision that he needs.
Yeah. Well, it looks like the OD is about to have a Hex as well. So there's going to be 2 Hexes on the side of the Dire. I don't even know what kind of itemization we have on the Radiant so far. All I've noticed is the Tinker Aghanims is there. Troll doesn't really have much going for him. Like, he's got the BKB, but he's
Still doesn't
almost
have the Silver Edge.
he's almost there. Almost.
Yeah,
I guess
just like
that
the
might make a
1,000 gold
difference.
for Ultimate Orb.
I don't know, just this
Yeah, I
magic
mean,
damage
they
is
haven't been
insane.
able to. Yeah, no, for sure. They still haven't been able to deal with the Bristleback, but thankfully the Timbersaw did pick up the Pipe of Insight. That's why they've been surviving through these fights at all.
But these Winter's Curses, are, like, they're helping so much. Like, this Wyvern pickup was such a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even against like a decent bit of magic damage coming out from the Radiant, we see a Wyvern doing so much work.
Yeah.
Just for the presence of Troll Warlord, it's just stopping him from doing anything effective, and that's why Troll Warlord is so poor right now. Just everything he does has been stopped by Winter Wyvern.
Well, they took out 1 shrine. They'll take out a second, I'm sure. Is the Roshan up? Yes, it is. But the question is, can they take it out fast? Probably not that fast. Wouldn't hurt them to go for the Aegis, though.
Mm-hmm. He also cheese there too.
Yeah.
So they give the cheese to Zeus. He can refill his mana halfway through the fight. It is a 44-minute mark, so we're seeing double rune spawns happen.
Well, second shrine taken out now. They are going for the Roshan. Bristleback going bot lane to defend. Because they did lose 1 Rax to that Troll Warlord.
Oh yeah, that was happened while they were taking mid, huh?
That's the thing with the
pretty
Troll,
impressive.
though, isn't it? Yeah, like, you know, he uses 1 Battle Trance, the next thing you know, you're losing a Rax.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was a thing. So they're actually behind on objectives.
Yeah.
Losing a Rax.
It's just one of those disgusting things about these kind of like Tinker lineups is you can like delay it so long. Like if there wasn't a Tinker in this game would have been over 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I mean, like IO Tiny with Tinker. That was like an old draft that people did. Just late a game with Tinker and then Rat like crazy with the Tiny Eggs.
Yeah.
And Troll does a good impression of that.
Oh, there's the Tinker. And Bristleback's nearby. If they do that whole Nimbus thing, which they're not doing, I don't know. I just feel like you know, like you were saying, just ulti then Nimbus. Let's get it done. Kill this Tinker off. They're going on to the Timbersaw. The Hex does a lot. He's going down. The Cyclone though, can they finish him off? Yes, they can. Not yet. He's juking, and no. Tried to TP, didn't really do much.
Yeah, valiant effort. Oh, Zeus actually has bottled a regeneration rune. Actually, he doesn't even really need that. He has the help of OD. He actually is never running out of mana.
Yeah. Hasn't run out once, actually, yeah. Well, they've got the Timbersaw dead with no buyback. Now he has a Bloodstone, so he's gonna respawn a lot faster. There's the Nimbus, which obviously helps out as well. They get the Winter's Curse on the Tinker, is it? Yeah, it is. That's a massive kill, and he has a buyback, so he does use it straight away. They get the kill onto Apple, though. That's not too good for the Dire. Now Light Orange, he's in trouble himself. He's gonna turn around and man fight this, I think. Winter Wyvern does end up losing his life. There is a Sanity's Eclipse if this OD wants to fight. He could be surprised what he does here. But, oh my, they just lost everything. And why are they split up? Why is this Bristleback at the bot lane for?
Yeah, I don't know. That seemed like a little misplay there. Apple getting a little bit too greedy. He walked up into high ground because he didn't think the Winter Curse was going to be enough to kill a Tinker, but it was more than enough for sure. And that was a big opening made by Fairy there, but not being able to capitalize.
OD going for a fight himself and backing off. But I thought, like, I'm like, wow, like they've finally done it. They got this Tinker, but nope. He kind of just ends up dying. Oh, there's a Frostbite into the OD. But, yeah, OD's proving pretty hard to kill himself. Tower's going down so fast from Antikythera.
Oh, man. I feel like Antikythera is actually kind of back in this game. They actually are showing signs of life.
They really are.
They could even take this shrine if they want to. No, they're gonna play it safe. Oh, I think they could have secured it with Zeus down for another 10 seconds.
Well, we'll see what the
Deso.
what happened.
No, that I'm just saying Deso checks out the Roshan, so they know the Roshan is up for the Radiant side also.
It looks like there might be a bit of a fight at the Roche pit. Nimbus was dropped.
Roshan's not very happy about that. Let's get this thing out of here.
Timbersaw. Oh, they go on the Timbersaw. The Hex again. Just so much damage though. The Cyclone is there, so he does use himself. Can they deal enough damage? A lot of misses uphill, but they do kill him off. He does have a buyback this time around, but this will secure them the Roshan.
And this is OD with the level 25 talents, so those intelligence steal that he gets in those little skirmishes do carry him over to the next fight.
Yeah, they're going to go for this Troll Warlord. They're going to try and get him. And yeah, they'll get their Hex. This is actually massive if they can get this Troll as well. The ulti, the Nimbus, the Astral's there. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. And, I mean, he thought they were at the Roshan pit, but they actually, you know, well, they still are, but you know what I mean. They kind of went over and tried to kill him. And now Sol 94 uses the BKB as well, even though he was guaranteed to be dead.
Yeah, tries to turn that. But Tinker pushing out the bot lane.
Yeah,
They might actually get the range racks out of this. No TP coming out from the side of TI Winner. And they get the range racks.
I mean, it kind of feels like this is the time where you just push, you know?
Yep. No, definitely agree. Push, force the troll buyback. Get something extra out of troll death. Hopefully get the first rain of racks here. But even though they win, if they can win the next team fight majorly, they won't be able to finish the game yet, just because they push so slowly.
I know. That's just their one downfall is this: they can't push fast enough.
Yeah, I do hope that this Bristleback does come into a physical damage item next. He is quite tanky right now, which is I think how you should build Bristleback. But you know, maybe this is one of those cases where you do want to see a physical damage item on him.
But as well as that, it's just a matter of being there as 5. Like they can't try and split push. They're already terrible at pushing, and then they're trying to split push as well.
Yeah, it's so rough because Tinker forces every lane to push. And I would really love to see that Thunder God's Wrath Nimbus combo punishing that Tinker for playing so aggressively. So we don't see the force on the troll buyback. He's going to respond naturally.
It's very questionable the way this is being played. I feel. I feel like the TI Wieners they're probably kind of like stuck now. They just don't know where to go with this. Apple, he's going for a kill into a Wolfie Delta, but not going to happen. His team's not behind him to help him out. And where Antikythera appears to be aware of like what they want to do here. Like they know how they're gonna win this game if they can win it. The Dire they seem to be a bit concerned.
Yeah.
Apple.
Oh.
I don't know who's gonna make a jump in here. It has to be the OD that makes a jump in.
Yeah, he's on with the Aegis. I think they're trying to slowly push this with Jakiro, but Jakiro can't even get in range.
Yeah.
Actually, Jakiro, I think this was a game where you take the plus 400 attack range talent.
On the Jakiro
On the Jakiro, yeah. He gets plus 400 attack range at level 20. And that really helps him siege.
well,
Oh,
Orange got a kill on Nemo. No buyback.
Oh, they found him with the Nimbus here.
Oh well, that's it.
That's
then.
huge.
That's it. He's got no buyback for 2 minutes.
Yeah, 120.
If they can't push this, I mean, they're never going to be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, BKBUs, can they get the kill? Soul 94, they've got to aim Wolfie Delta, I reckon. There is Camouflage, dealing a lot of damage, kills off the Wyvern, and actually Zeus does end up buying back. They're actually losing this fight, which is a bit shocking to me. Zeus is actually coming back in, but he's a bit late. Sanity's Eclipse does the job, though. Now Wolfie Delta going down. They didn't get the full kill, though. He's almost dead. Soul 94 comes back in, tries to man fight this one. The OD dealing a lot of damage, though. And, I mean, this Tinker not having buyback really screwed them over here in the Antikythera end. They'll get another kill on the CM. Buyback's coming out left, right, and center. Wolfie has to be careful not to die again. Light Orange still fighting this one out. Now he's getting healed up quite a lot. Soul 94 gets hexed up. He's going down. My goodness. What a weird ending to this game it looks like. Camouflage. Is he going to die? It looks like he just might, and he will. They have no buyback. None of them.
Well, after all that, there was like 8 buybacks.
My
And
goodness.
it's a classic Dota ending. You know, just force into the high ground with 10 lives, and hopefully you come out on top.
Well, I'll tell you, I am so ridiculously tired right now. Because, you know, work and then coming home and then doing this.
Yeah, and the Antikythera picking Tinker.
Oh, when they picked Tinker, I had to hold back from, you know, swearing and stuff. I was like, wow, you picked that one hero that could delay the game for another 2 hours.
Yeah, but looks like they finally got the Mega Creeps. It's coming to an end. Troll's still dead for another minute.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, in all honesty, it was still a great series to have.
Oh yeah.
Just not the best when you know you're half asleep, like tired as hell, impatient.
Yeah, no, they played it quite well. It was an interesting draft from both sides.
Well,
To kill into cheese.
Well, they're not giving up quite yet, but Wolfie Delta, if he goes down here, I mean, oh, there's the Winter's Curse. The Timber Saw, is he going to go down? It looks like he will. Light Orange will get the kill, and they're going to go after Nemo. Nemo goes down as well, and yeah, that's GG, well played. Are they going to call it, or they're just going to wait till it happens?
Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna wait for time. I mean, Tinker bought back. They're going for one last fight here. Oh, and the pipe keeping them healthy. Well, that's a lot of damage. Apple taking so much. Apple might die soon.
He might, and it looks like he will. Oh,
Just enough. Oh, is this a missile? No, it's for the dragon.
well, the Ancient's exposed. I mean, there's Megas on the way. Yeah, they're here now.
Yeah, Megas just hit it.
You can delay the game as much as you want, but I don't know if they can really defend this. Like,
Well, they did it. They delayed it. Oh, that pained laugh.
oh, it's just terrible. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's just so bad. I'm so tired right now.
You're gonna be here for a couple more minutes for sure. And this is when TI winners wait for the next Roshan to spawn. They wait like 6-10 more minutes for the Roshan. They get the max time on the Roshan. It happens to be like 8 more minutes.
Damn you, Antikythera! oh,
Oh, Camouflage taking
feels
lots
good.
of damage.
feels so good. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what's hard about these kind of games where you're at like Mega Creeps and the Ancient's exposed?
Yeah. What is it?
Well, you don't like. There's really like no chance that the other team's gonna come back now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's pretty hard to come back in this situation.
well, it's not like we're watching like EG or something like that. Like, comeback kings. We're like,
Hmm.
not that I'm doubting them. I'm sure they could. Oh, there's the Hex onto the Tinker. And yeah, I mean, if he goes down, there's the Sandy's Eclipse. Sol 94, he's going down as well. That has to be the GG. Yeah. Thank you very
They
much.
call it.
Thank you very much, Sol 94. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure casting this series.
Yeah, that was great. Good to see some unusual drafts. I haven't seen a draft quite like TI winners, focusing so much on those magic damage and coming out on top still, forcing that high ground awkwardly, but eventually doing it, even against a character like Tinker. So I feel like I learned a lot watching this game.
Yeah. It's been fun. It's been fun. GolgiApp, thanks for joining me. Do you have any socials or anything you want to share?
My Twitter is at JT GolgiApp. Otherwise, I don't stream yet, so I mean, if you want to follow my Twitch just in case I start streaming once I get my computer upgraded, that's just GolgiApp on Twitch.
All right. Well, you guys, you know my stuff because it's on the stream. So follow my stuff if you could. Hello, Rin, in chat. You came a bit late because the game's over. Guys, I'm going to sleep because I've got work in like 6 hours. Again, thanks for joining me, GolgiApp. I'd
Thanks
love.
for inviting me.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. I'd love to stick around and talk, but I'm going to sleep, dude. I'm too
Yeah,
tired for
no
this.
worries.
Anyway, it's been Mike Lafini. It's been GolgiApp. You guys have a great day. It's been a pleasure. Bye bye.